da-da, ba-da-da. Can I have a whole channel? Like, how they have like elevator jazz? Can I have a channel where I just hum songs? I'll just
You got to get licensed though, I think, just so you'd be legit.
helmets. We don't need any stinking helmets. How's it going? It is Monday night, and we are shaking off the Monday blues. Shalom, how are you this evening?
I'm agreeing with you. Helmets, badges, they're just for chumps.
Badges. That is a movie I have seen way too many times.
You don't need no stinking badges.
Like hey Sydney, hey womanizer, hello.
Hello.
I always forget to say this before I say twins title over there because I have to take a deep breath and hit my inhaler twice. But I want to thank everybody who watches this in the future because you guys are amazing and you watch it from beginning to end. So wherever you live, I always click off right before you click on, and I want to thank you, and I am here for you. Hello, Katie. Great to see you. Great.
Hi, Chris. How are you doing?
Okay. Hold on. Let me do some
breathe.
Invisible push-ups.
Yeah.
Okay.
Do your exercises. Did you add to it? Because there's no possible way.
Find your
How's it going? Twin McTwin for the Twin Planets, playing first base for the Minnesota Twins, former star of the show, Twin Peaks. How are you this evening?
It's a Monday to remember, but it's good. It's good. I was watching the gala earlier with Shalom. We were texting back and forth and just
being shady and but also very complimentary.
Yeah.
It was a really this was my favorite Met Gala of all time. I have seen a lot of them.
I've never seen one. It was my first.
It was just so special to see, especially the sort of, how everyone paid tribute to fashion culture, and to Black fashion and to where dandyism came from and to Harlem and to, it was just really, it was such a beautiful show. And I'm really glad to see that so many people got behind it. Madonna, she's so iconic, and she was in there fully living that life, and she just looked beautiful. So, there were some folks that we weren't sure about,
Or like, did you get the memo? Like,
yeah.
It was a tailored look, so it might have been tailored to them.
And one dress we called an upside down wedding dress. It looked like an upside
she looked
down
like a marshmallow.
Yes, pink marshmallow. But there were some really, really amazing things and people who just really strutted out looking $1 million. It was great. Yeah.
It was a good time.
I love so this year's theme was Black Dandy.
Yes.
That's awesome. That's
awesome. Yes, it is. It is awesome. It's it's a beautiful, I'm glad they took the time to celebrate. It feels long past due since they celebrated, the folk who brought such amazing classic style to American culture, like it's wild. And to think it was, culturally speaking, I really appreciate that they did that in order to present themselves in a better light to people who didn't appreciate them for who they were, and they presented themselves in these absolutely beautiful clothes that made you look at them and go, hey, maybe this guy isn't so bad after all, And
or they're really, really amazing at sewing.
And the accessories.
Yes. All of it. And the women wearing menswear tonight was amazing. I love that look. And it was just so So beautiful. Considering especially that, the 1930s was almost 100 years ago now. That's a pretty wild thing.
I watch a lot of movies from that era. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. I've been going off sewing lately. I don't know what happens. Around 10 o'clock at night, this song starts playing. In the garden of the doom, 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 doom. Something happens, and it's like Mickey Mouse in The Apprentice. Stuff just starts floating around the room.
Fantasia?
Oh,
You
I've
had a
been
Fantasia
sewing.
moment.
Oh, I have been sewing. As a matter of fact, last night I was inspired last night.
The
But that's pretty cool.
Jankos, what a great combination with that coat, those Jankos.
I had to make
Absolutely.
something really loose and hanging with the Jankos. I was there the first time, man. The first time.
So I sent my daughter, my youngest, a picture of what Jankos look like. She goes, "Are you going to make those for me?" And I go, "Let's go get some jeans." So I'm waiting for your video to come out, so I know how to make these things.
The tutorial, yeah,
The tutorial.
Yep. And there's
I'm
my
still on
fabric
it.
made into a coat. Yep.
Hey, Ron, how's it going? How's it going? Great to see you. Great to see you.
Hi,
Hey,
Ron. Hi, Patty.
Seriously, though, Ron, thank you for watching all my old videos. And I will get to commenting. I have a crazy schedule. I work third shift. So this is like my morning. But thank you so much. It's funny to see the evolution of this room, myself, and everything that's happened over the past like 4 years. So watching my old videos is literally watching me morph into the person I am. And let me tell you, I haven't even reached my final form.
Yeah. So,
Yo,
Ron,
Patty
if you have any
G.
questions, I'm going through it too. I've been going through all his old videos just to see the evolution of William. So,
Ron has mentioned that he makes luchador masks. And if he does that, then he can do applique on a jean jacket like a pro. And I kind of want to see what you can come up with, Ron.
oh, Ron, we're gonna have to
Bring
talk
it.
because I need to learn how to do applique.
I wish I could find that many jean jackets I saw in your video. Let me see. I have many of them lined up behind me. Many of them. But it's embarrassing of how hoardy this room is because this is semi-organized, believe it or not. But the second I turn that camera, it's like, oh man, he wasn't kidding. I have probably like 25 vests but on the other side of this computer.
And yes, ladies and gentlemen, and he said hoardy, not the other word.
Oh no, is that one of those like Voldemort words you can't say on YouTube? Is that like
I mean, who knows?
It's what it's. Let me tell you, I can't watch the show. I'll tell you that much. Oh, how's it going, Drake? Great to see everybody. Hello. I don't know. Just lately, I've been really inspired. I've been sewing, and to quote the greatest quote of all time. I muted myself. I am just hitting buttons at this point. I just started sewing. Thank you. Hey, Denise. Hello.
Oh, that's so
How's
nice.
it going? Hello. Great to see you, Denise. Welcome. Welcome. I have a lot of jean jackets. I have a lot of wrestling t-shirts. I want to put applique on the back, but can't choose which one. Okay. Oh man. When I was younger, I wore a Kurt Angle shirt, and I wore that thing until the letters were like frayed. Oh man, I had the it's true shirt. Thank God I'm not the only one. No, you're not. That's one thing about YouTube. when I got on YouTube, I found certain people and I'm like, oh, I'm not alone. Especially my sewing machine hoarders. I love you.
They do exist.
But Ron, you don't have to pick just one. There's a huge amount of real estate. Like if you go down, like there's of course the big patch in the center panel in the back, and then the two side panels in the back, and two side front panels, and then there's two sleeves, and there's the yoke at the back. There's a huge amount of real estate you can cover. Just cut the shirt where you can get the best part of the picture, and then put that thing in there. Like make it trace patterns out of paper, and then lay them on your shirt and just cut them out the way you want them.
You know what's really funny? I thought I lost a part of Mimi GR11407 last night, and I gave myself the lecture of like, why didn't you just trace this? Okay, hold on. Oh man, it's gross over here. Hold on, let me clean up a little bit before I show the vest. It's not oops, dog, not dibs. It's not even like gross or anything. It's just I own a lot of stuff.
And that's okay.
And William, you may know somebody called Shalom who has that pattern if you ever lose a piece.
Oh.
Hey, Dad. In the Garden of Eden, that song is just stuck in my.
Well, you got Forrest Gump stuck in mine. I just started sewing. We're going to have to make a t-shirt.
And he did You Got a Friend in Me because he was wearing that Woody patch.
You got a friend in me. We got to say it like a Southern girl, though. You got a friend in me.
Yep, there he is. Mr. Woody himself.
He is.
I wear that because my son watched that movie a million times. Oh, I'm gonna cry.
Yeah, I have certain little kid show memories.
Oh my word!
He ran out of the room when we started talking about Toy Story. He ran. It's okay. I was obsessed with like, you know what? When I was little, I loved Teddy Ruxpin, and where I'm from, it's now an insult if you call someone Teddy Ruxpin.
Oh. We watched Did you watch My Little Pony, Shalom? Did you guys go through that stage?
Totally did.
My word. All the My Little Pony movies and everything.
And I watched the old ones when I was younger, and my kids watched the new one, and it was amazing. It was like such a parent-approved show. I was like, I like this show. Yeah.
Any song that would come on, I can pretty much belt it still, probably, if I wanted to.
Mm-hmm.
It's supposed to be 90 degrees by the middle of the week, Sir William. You picked up on a 5150. If you wear that hood out, you'll be picked up on 5150. Love the roses, though. Thank you.
Yeah.
It is going to be hot. It has not been hot. The sun barely came out today. I'm not kidding you. There was a point. If you see sun in my short, I literally ran outside. I was like, oh, the sun's out. And I was like, okay, I got about 30 seconds before that cloud moves. Oh, I can't wait until the endless summer begins. All right.
I am perfectly happy with everything right now.
I was like, where is that camera?
No, I need some summer weather.
You could have it. You both live in places where you're supposed to have it. I do not. I live in a rainforest. I live here for a reason. Oh, look at that. Holy cow.
Or are we going behind the scenes?
Those are quite a few. So if you wonder why it takes me 45 minutes to pick a vest, it's because I try every single one of these on, take them off. And there's quite a few here. Like there's a bunch like jumbled behind each other. but I'm gonna.
You need one of those one of those systems like they have at the dry cleaners,
Mhm.
where you just push a button and it goes around in a circle.
Oh, I told him when he gets his new house, that's what he's going to have in his closet and stuff.
Okay, so I'm not even saying this to flex or be funny. I'm waiting. There's one by my house that's been around forever. I'm waiting for that place to go out of business because I'm going to offer them money for their thing.
Yeah. You need a jacket go around. You really do.
Or one day you're gonna be like, why is his signal chopping? I'm gonna be like, I bought a dry cleaner because I'm crazy.
Oh my word. Well, they got enough space in the dry cleaner area that you could keep all your clothes there.
No, it's a tiny building. It's at the back of a parking lot. It's actually sad to see the place go. It's been there for as long as I can remember. I remember playing with toys in there when I was a child. I live in a rainforest too. I have the drainage trenches in my basement to prove. I live in the desert. How's it going, Kilroy? Great to see you. You know what? Where I live, people still wear knitted caps when it's 90 degrees outside. Kids, I always like when I'm driving, you'll always see a kid with a sweatshirt, and I'm like, why? Just carry it. Why are you wearing that thing?
No, it's 105 degrees and we're still wearing sweatshirts.
I have quite a few vests. And there's more behind me. And there's more in my middle closet. But I've been sewing so much. A lot of those are like I'm not that person anymore. Hey Mona, hello, how's it going? Great to see you. Yay. Hello,
Hi,
Mona.
how are you doing?
Hello, Linda. Hello.
Kilroy, that is called a leaky basement, not a rainforest. But please do not look that up on Urban Dictionary.
I know what that is. I have a teenager. I wish I was in the damn desert at least. At least cars last in the desert. They do. As long as you cover them and you don't live near the ocean, you're good. Because where I live, it's weird topography because if I just started heading west, I could be at the ocean in like less than an hour and a half. But if I go an hour from my house, which somebody has seen, you are literally out in the middle of the desert.
I could throw a stick and hit the ocean just about.
Yeah.
You were there. You've seen like Mojave is like a good hour and a half from my house. That's the desert. When that one gas station, that was Mojave, California.
That was it. What about California City? Was that the other one we were trying to figure out?
One day, you know what? We're gonna get a fearless band together. We're gonna get a group of cars and we're just gonna go to California City.
Now I pictured you getting a school bus. You said a fearless band.
No, we need many cars. We need a bunch of witnesses.
You need a convoy.
That town reminds me of The Hills Have Eyes. No, I'm sorry. The Pass. Because when you're driving on, I believe it's like there's a bunch of roads that you take in order to get to the 15 from where I live. Mm-hmm. So when you're driving out in the middle of the desert, there's California City. And there's literally this exit that says California City, but you can't see it. You cannot see it. You have to keep driving and driving and driving. Is it a mile past there? Is it 10 miles past there?
There's no signage saying how many miles it is when it says turn left right here. Like I would want to know, am I 20 miles away from it or what? But
it's weird. It's just weird. And that's not even any disrespect. If you live in California City, please let me know. I Googled it and it looks beautiful. I'm scared to go to it's different. I've been to a bunch of tiny towns in Arizona, but they want people there. They're like, welcome. Look at our 76 sign from 1952 from the old Route 66. Like, I love Arizona mining towns. And if you're ever on that side, you should definitely go check out Arizona. But, California City just seems, I don't know. Oh, this house turns 90 this year. The structure is solid, but the basement is in the is a chick in the armor. It happens. I wonder. Well, actually, I know exactly how old my house is. Wasn't it weird and ironic that the homes literally began to hit the ocean waves were burned in the wildfires? It's crazy. That was just insane. That whole time was insane. And every time, I want to say 2 years ago, the fires were so bad. I used it as an excuse to go to Vegas.
We have a spot in town that is being eroded by the waves. There's a cove there, a little inlet, and the waves love to crash up against, like, over the road and against the other side. And it's a little bit scary because the other side of the street is a graveyard.
Oh,
Oh, good times.
Bad things could happen.
Oh, I forgot about my hat. For anyone who's seen it like 15 times, once a year I have to burst out my Jamiroquai hat.
I've never seen this one.
I
You
forgot.
need it, but you need a fun for Jamiroquai hat too.
I went through a hat phase. I went through a hardcore hat phase, and I started making hats. I see things as a challenge, and I'm like, oh, I could do that. I can do that, and I challenged myself to do it. And it wasn't as hard as I thought it was. So I went through a hardcore hat phase. Yay! Holy thunder and lightning.
Is it brown?
No, that's just dusty. It's black felt.
Oh, okay.
It's just the lighting, and I would put this in my
That's
time
nice.
total. Do you know
Hi,
what?
green hand, green hand, green hand.
Yay! Hello, green hand, green hand. Yay! And Shalom's pink hand, pink hand, pink hand.
Yeah, I had to pink hand back at her.
I
Oh,
love this comment. With my Peckham line coats when I was making plaid coats, I look like Paddington Bear. I do with
corduroys.
this hat and my
Yes.
coat.
Do you have anything corduroyed that you can wear and be Paddington?
The
Or
only
just a
thing
nice
I have,
yellow jacket.
I actually have a yellow jacket, but I have a pair of navy blue corduroy pants that I bought on a whim in
Mhm.
at on one of my many Vegas trips, and now I fit that size. So I'm glad I was looking to the future.
Well, I suggest that we put those corduroys on that yellow jacket with that hat. The people want to see it. It's not me. It's the people.
Yeah, no, I'm a people. I'm a people, and I agree.
Yes.
Okay, but you better get on a helicopter right now and bring me some marmalade sandwiches.
Got it. I'll make
Right,
you
I'm
some.
on
right,
it. I
I'll
got
make
marmalade
you
in my.
marmalade.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, now I'm craving marmalade. We are officially stepped into the food portion of the stream. We
I
made
think
it
I have
23
one
minutes.
jar left of last year's homemade grapefruit and orange marmalade.
Oh,
Yeah,
that sounds delish.
yep. Mhm.
You had me
I
at grapefruit.
I actually purged my fridge last night. So I found all the jam that was good, stuff that was from 1997.
Yeah.
You know, the old Grey Poupon that was hiding back there from 93.
Mm,
I brought a
delicious.
pattern to make beer box cowboy hats. I need to make one. I think I know what you're talking about, but I'm going to ask the question because we're here to learn sometimes. What is a beer box cowboy hat?
It is a cowboy hat made out of beer boxes.
Are you serious?
I went to ASU. I know that cowboy. No, but it has to be a style. You know, I have a very specific style with my everyday wearing cowboy hats where I scrunch the back, but that's more of a bronco riding thing. But I'm not as brave in my 40s as I was in my 20s. But back in the
Oh,
day, cowboys had different styles. Like every hat was different. Like the round ones are different than the square ones. The square ones, like there are different styles. I'm just not up on it.
did you want to see it?
Yeah.
Okay. You want a
I'm a
Bud Light
people. I'm
one?
a people with green.
Oh no, that has too much stuff on it. Hold on. There we go. Hold on, I just gotta take the stream off.
Yep. There we go.
And it's $36.
Oh, that's amazing. I would
Yeah.
wear that.
I mean, yeah.
So I'm thinking it's a beer box. A legit beer box. Like I thought you guys were joking.
Nope.
Interesting.
Yep.
Okay, now that I've seen that, I love beer box hats.
They're pretty cool. They're
I have to stop myself. The only time I ever get I have to stop myself. And now that you showed me that's on Amazon, I have to stop myself now. Again.
Yeah, imagine if you guys could make it and then sell it for $30 a piece. That would just be amazing.
That hat movie, maybe early 70s, old Billy Jack. I have seen that movie. I love 1970s stuff. I'm actually in this weird thing. During the pandemic, I was in my 1980s. I started from 1979 and just went up. But like in my official tune out, I started in the early 70s and I'm going up now. I purged my pantry last week. It was sad to see all the very old cans and food. I have to keep stuff around like earthquake stuff, food.
Yeah.
You would laugh if you saw the age of some of the stuff that I have.
Now, but do you have like that stuff like freeze-dried food that stays good for like 25 years?
Yes.
Yeah.
And my mom, oh, bless her heart. My mom bought 3 or 4 buckets of that 4 Patriot stuff. So I have enough soup to feed an army. But it'll last 30-something years. Nobody has any business wearing beer box hats beyond college. No, but I'm not kidding you. Like, I work at a place where people wear cowboy hats. So it wouldn't be a strange thing if somebody came wearing a beer box hat at all.
I disagree with Kilroy, and I would like to fight over it. I am way beyond college age, and I need one.
I love stuff like that. I don't know. It's weird. I dress like from an era from before I was born. I don't know. It's weird. I love a battle vest. I love a vest. I love something with a bunch of patches on it. Bands where people are like, that band retired 20 years ago. And I'm like, out of here. Out of here.
Yeah, and?
Yeah, exactly what I would say too.
Headstrong Hats. So there's a fabric covered version too. Check him out. I might be subscribed. A while ago, Ollie's subscribed me to this guy that makes hats on tree stumps. It was amazing.
Huh.
I don't know. I went through this hardcore hat phase. Oh, all right. I won't pull it out. I won't pull it. Okay, I have some corduroy actually right here. It's just the corduroy that no one likes. Ma'am. I love this hat. No one likes
It needs some reduction surgery.
I love this hat. And because today is a dandy day. This is how the hat is made. This is how you're supposed to wear it and everything. You're not seeing things. I've always wanted this hat to be something that it's not. I love this hat. I just sit on my couch and I'm like, I don't care if anyone hates my hat. I love this hat.
Just anyone try to come in my door when I'm wearing this hat.
Someday it might be something. You never know. Just someday.
I actually have a lot of earthquake. Like, I'm ready. I'm ready for the big one. Freeze-dried food sucks. And I do rotate, like Mona said, I rotate cans as well. It just depends on what I'm doing.
Yeah.
Hospital food is tastier than freeze-dried food. wasted bread, milk, eggs. My husband died. I stopped cooking, but I didn't stop buying. I hope the post office does food drive this month.
Yeah,
It's not easy. I cook like it's the spaghetti theory. When I make spaghetti for 75 people. I don't know how to make a small amount.
that's a thing. That is a thing. I finally got my daughter to start making a half a pack of spaghetti instead of a whole one, because that is a lot of spaghetti.
Oh my retired hats are way over there. I have a bunch of really old Bud Light rodeo hats and a bunch of really old Bud Light rodeo patches. And I didn't even remember I had them until all the controversy started. I'm like, oh yeah, I have a ton of Bud Light patches, but they're old. They're older than I am. I've got a gambler cowboy hat like Kenny Rogers wore. I love that. I absolutely
Those are
love
the flat top ones, right? That's what I want. I want one with a flat top and a wide brim.
Those are really popular right now. Those are making a hardcore comeback. At least in my little sliver of the world, because I watch videos about those all the time. Like making clothes, making hats is an art form, and it's something I've dipped my toes into. But I started with felt because where's my Tom Petty hat? It's been a while since I've busted that one out. But I made a few, but once I learned about backing, you couldn't keep me on the farm. That's why I have so much 808 or whatever it is. I have a ton. Oh, it is 808. I'm not calling out area codes. It's actually.
So could you bring back a hat tutorial?
Yeah, but I need hats are unfortunately hats are right along they're borderline of machine killers. Because you need something that can punch through. Because if you're making a hat on a sewing machine, it's this part that is the heftiest. When you're sewing this part together, because you're putting everything, like all the layers, everything together, and it's a sewing machine destroyer.
So those are the really heavy duty machines.
You need something heavy duty because you're going through almost 8 layers, and I learned that the hard way. I'm like, my Harshvarna is crying in the corner.
That's why I love my Betty. My Betty is a tough old bitch. She weighs about 60 pounds. You just try to lift her up onto the table, and you know that she's got some punch.
I've made quite a few crazy hats. I'm trying to think. Oh, I forgot about my butter. I was obsessed with this one style. Will's got those in different area codes. You got that song stuck in my head, Kilroy. Thank you. Anybody besides me remember the crochet beer can cutout? Yeah. Yes, I do. Yes, I do. Oh, I forgot about this.
Oh my gosh, Terry is coming in so hard with the shade. Oh, you need some cream for that burn now.
William, just use your serger. It only has 3 weeks shelf life anyway. You know what?
Scary.
Last night, truth be told, I was sewing and I forgot to put the presser foot down, and it wasn't cutting, and I was like, no. I said out loud, don't prove everyone right. And my son, my professor of humanities, walked out here and he's like, okay, let's go through this. And I'm like, oh no. I went boop, and the serger worked magically. So I thought it died last night.
I'm glad it didn't.
I just wasn't paying attention. I had way too much on my mind, and I was in outer space. For anyone who's okay, When I was a kid, I watched way. I have an industrial singer with a built-in walking foot. It was so that hat, I bet. And that's the thing, like this hat is a perfect example of something that I made that looks easy to make, but it's a machine destroyer.
Oh, is that a Misfits butterfly on the front of that?
Well, it's on
Looks
yes, yes.
Misfits-ish.
What happened is once Amazon got their hands on patches, they ripped off every band, every brand, every thing you can possibly think of, and they make something slightly off, if you know what I'm saying.
Mm-hmm.
So this is an Amazon inspired Misfits butterfly.
It's Misfits adjacent.
My 1 year, my mom asked me, I was like in my 30s. She's like, what do you want for Christmas? I'm like, I jokingly told her, I was like, I want a bunch of Cannibal Corpse patches. She bought me a bunch. And some of them were real and some of them were Amazon. But I still have a ton of them. I was thinking about the crochet beer can hats and the women wearing men's underwears, crop tops, the good old days. Oh, I remember that. Speaking of which, picture yourself. I can't remember the year. I watched a lot of with also we're on that subject. But thank you for my weekly reminder. Kilroy is my lawyer. And before Kilroy comes with a disclaimer, Kilroy is not a real lawyer. They just play one on YouTube. My grandma used to crochet our beer can hats when I was a kid. Our job was to clean out cans. My brother gagged when the last bit came out. My parents were actually my father was a hardcore recycler. That's back when machines gave you nickels.
Huh.
Machines literally gave you nickels in the 80s when you'd recycle.
Really?
Oh my gosh. Oh, that's
Not
what
here.
I don't know.
Not in New York.
Around I thought you said what year. California's always been, environmental. Recycle. We've always had places where you could still go buy compost. You could pay someone to come and compost your backyard. Like, we're hippies here.
Yeah, no, you can do that here too. But just the canned stuff never got recycled like that.
I have a Chinese cobbler sewing machine at Goodwill auction again. 12. Oh, I also wow.
Oh, that would be fun. Like a shoemaking machine.
They were trailblazers, William. Trailblazer. Oh, Dre using the phone insertion on the Kindle. Oh, I might just go to law school so I can sue you, then settle out of court the settlement with value and industrial. What's his name? Something Melman, who was on Letterman. He had a skit and he would always say, I'm not a lawyer. He over like the break, he passed the bar. Like, he took the bar again and again and again. And so when they came back, he's like, I am a lawyer, and he could legally say that. Yeah, I watched way too much Letterman to know that, because that's all from like the mid 80s. But yeah, he went to law school, so you can do it, Kilroy. I believe in you. We used to bring the cans to the beverage center and make fun money. Here, they would literally give you nickels. Like, oh man, we recycled. Those Chinese patchers, shoemaking machines are junk. Out of the box, they need help. Hey, Alibaba.
Hi, Ollie.
Ollie has talked me off the ledge of so much Amazon junk. I still want that sideways sewing machine, but I feel like back then it was $70, $80. I don't even want to look it up. Larry Bud Millman, yes. Larry Bud Millman. I absolutely that's what I watch now. That and old Chris Elliott sketches. And right now, Twinny McTwin has the ba-da-da-da-da, from The Fugitive guy. That weird thing I was playing over and over, and that skit.
Oh, yes. Yes.
And it's the music that is catchy, it really is what it is.
Mhm.
So I made this hat a while ago. I watched way too much MTV. This reminds me of LL Cool J. I need an around the way girl. God, I can't sing,
Oh, Cool
but I still
J.
try. And this is very
Yes.
Paddington Bear too, but I love this style. I feel like we need to bring this style back. This is like the prospector walking with your pickaxe, with your Levi's, 1879 or something. Larry was my fave then, Elliot. I loved that era. I loved the NBC era of the Late Late Show. Absolutely loved it. But should I bring these back or what? Or should we leave them where they were?
I mean,
no
I
for
love
Twin. That's
I
a
love
no.
me a bucket hat, but I can't wear the brim up in the front because
You just know how to read my face. That's a horrible thing.
I gotta teach you for when we start playing, when we go on the euchre circuit.
Okay.
You need a poker face.
Mm.
I love euchre.
I do too.
I've never played euchre.
Oh,
I don't even know what it is.
It's fun.
Yep.
And I've always been a fan of Paul Schaefer. Me too. You know, I try to find positive things to watch on YouTube, and I fall in these rabbit holes. So I've been watching Carson for like a year, but then I fell into old Letterman clips, and I absolutely love it. Find Miriam and give her give her the hat. That is okay. That is kind of a Blossom hat too. It is kind of.
Yes, I can see that.
They don't make bucket hats that don't fit my bucket. Hey, remember my head is 7 7/8. I made this, and this thing still fits my giant head. Oh man,
Euchre is such a late country thing. Like it's like what you did when you went to the cabin by the lake, as a kid. That was what it was for me. And crokinole. Have you ever seen crokinole?
Is it close to rook?
Crokinole, there's like it's a circular, well, sort of an octagon shaped board with one hole in the middle, and it has like these little bumper pegs, and you have to flick like a checker into this hole in the center.
I haven't ate it.
And it takes way more skill than I have.
I don't know, but I probably would master it. I'd be just like, I'm going to beat everyone because I'm so competitive.
Well, one of the reasons I love euchre is because I learned from two of the most amazing women who were from Ohio, and she literally was a real life Rosie the Riveter. Like, she put wings on P-52 Lightnings during the war in Ohio, and they were amazing cooks, and they taught me how to play euchre.
Nice.
I just absolutely love. I am such a geek about euchre. I play it online. I watch people play it on YouTube. I love euchre. Okay. Thank you, Ron. Thank you for asking. And the question is, my so-called life, Sir William from outer space with his bubble helmet on, did you finish the Janko jeans? And the answer is yes, I did. Yes, I actually before I put them on, I have to patch because my skating and my intense moves kind of tested some scenes.
He was wearing them in the video that came out today.
Yeah, he was in the short with him today.
Okay, but here's the problem. When I wear big pants, I have a size 13 shoe, so sometimes it doesn't look like I'm wearing big pants. But if you can see that much in my boot, my pants are huge. I don't come from the part of society that has cabins by the lake. Actually, you know what? I'll put these on. I just hope that pin in there doesn't grab me.
Ooh.
You know, like
Is it in a certain spot that's keeping it closed so that you don't become indecent for 5 seconds?
oh no, it's right here. It's an easy fix. It's this.
Oh, okay.
It's an easy fix, but
I might be your Jess, you might be my twin. Oh.
absolutely.
Hmm.
My what did you read?
Oh, you've been
You didn't read for
busted.
Get him, Chris. Get him. Isn't that what he says at
all
the
right,
end
I
of
gotta
every
fix it right
line?
now. I wasn't gonna
Reinforce
fix
your
it.
seams. I can pretty much say his old outro right now.
Oh, I miss Pam. Pam used to always get me with that. She'd be like, "You did not reinforce your seams," and I didn't. I'm gonna do it right now. I swear. Oh, euchre is a very Michigan thing. Oh, I learned from people who are from Ohio. I love that game. I absolutely love it. It just reminds me of good food and hanging out with good people. I had a really good time playing that.
Mm-hmm.
Is there anything like when I lived in Oregon, I was in a bowling league and it wasn't even about bowling. It was about eating fried food and hanging out with people.
Yeah, I was in a curling league, and it was definitely about the beer.
Yeah. I had such a good
Oh.
time. And because they had a hockey rink in this
Mhm.
bowling alley, a year later I joined the hockey league. Oh, and they gave me a sweatshirt when I came back to California. They were good to me. My mom plays that every other Tuesday. He doesn't reinforce anything. He's a brute force. Yes, that's actually very true. I don't see old videos of someone saying he hates Surgers. I'm telling you, Surgers and I have been at battle. We had an armistice day. We just came together. We're like, look, we're just gonna call it Christmas and stop fighting. My mom plays. I love euchre. I absolutely love euchre. Oh
Yeah, there's a lot of really great card games like Whist, Euchre, Canasta. You play Canasta with 2 decks. That's another good one.
Kilroy is right about this, though. This is a very American thing. Like people do. I learned it from people from Ohio. I had a great time. Ohio's close enough, only 30 minutes away.
A 305 average for 5-pin is ridiculous. Ollie.
Oh wow! Yay! And are we sewing? We're sewing. I'm gonna reinforce my seams right now.
Oops.
I was on a competitive if in just where I'm
finishing the quilt.
I am competitive. The bowling league wasn't competitive. The hockey league, it wasn't chippy, but people played. I was in that was an ice league, so you had to be in shape. I played in a rollerblade league and an ice league for over 40s. That was the most fun I ever had because it was just a bunch of dudes who could barely breathe who just wanted to skate around and play hockey. That was like the greatest league I was ever in. But then COVID hit and we can't scramble teams anymore.
Mm-hmm.
Ollie, I bowled when I was about the same age, and I think my average was about 125.
Gosh, I can't even remember mine because I'm a pretzel and nacho aficionado. So I would just sit there and have a good time. Oh man, that's back when pitchers were like $2.50.
No. If I ever got above a 75 in bowling, I was doing great.
Our bowling alley had one of those hot dog go round machines, and that is where I learned never to eat hot dogs from hot dog go round.
Oh, that sounds glorious. You know me and the golden chimichanga that almost killed me. I'll still eat. I'll eat food I'll eat sketchy food. I saw all my masking. I saw all my maskings with a serger and cover stitch machine. Yes, absolutely, we can be friends, Ron. And and anyone who goes back and watches my old videos, I thank you because it's been a journey to get here. I bowled but stunk, just beer and snacks. That's what bowling's about. Don't turn into Al Bundy on us. I have to stop myself. There's all kinds of junk on Amazon. I have to stop myself from buying a Polk High football jersey. I'm stopping myself.
I think I'm the only one around here who's not into sergers and has never and probably will never own one. I think I'm the only one, the only holdout. I say that. You're gonna convert me, William?
Put your hand.
I'm gonna be like,
Shalom. Do you believe? Put your hand on the receiver. I will make you a believer.
No, I'm gonna get an industrial before I get a serger.
Now Now I have your own personal, just stuck in my head now.
Serger.
Your own personal serger. Oh, patent pending. I feel a song coming on.
Yeah.
Oh, somebody write that down for me. I'm busy.
I'm reinforcing my seams. Terry caught me. These bowling leaguers had made a patch for our average to go on our shirts. Oh, I love stuff like that. I actually buy old bowling patches when I see them. I have a ton of old bowling patches. I saw everything was straight stitch. Sue me after I graduate Harvard Law. Oh, I'm like that in a lot of ways. I have a machine that's just zigzag because I'm like, I don't have time to even switch. But it's different because this brother, it's all like whiz bang, and I'm just using it for one thing. They never handed out patches that high.
Okay, this is here's the deal. If Ollie can find me an early Singer treadle serger, I will try it.
A treadle serger.
Yes.
Sounds like a dare.
As the West Coast American, there is as the real life Bill and Ted. Is there such a thing as a treadle serger?
It's coming from Ollie. So my bet is yes.
Wow.
Apparently he wants one too.
As long as it's not 10 grand like that. I went to this one store downtown. It said authorized Juki vendor. I walked in like a rookie. I had my coat under my arm. I was like, wow, this place is so beautiful. They wanted 10 grand for a Juki serger with table. William, do you have a favorite machine? I actually do. I don't know. I have quite a few. My Husqvarna Viking was the first machine I actually went to the retailer and purchased. So I loved that machine because I felt like I made it. Because I went to the actual Husqvarna store, which went out of business like 2 months later. But I don't know. That's a really good question. Every machine I've ever fallen in love with, I destroy. I love the Brother VX 809 line because they're really good machines. I don't know. It's weird. I would buy a sewing machine and some were made well and some were not. And it depends on the era. So I would say I like machines that are from the 50s, 60s, and 70s.
Hey, Ollie, when did machines start having a zigzag stitch? What was the sort of age, the era?
I don't think there was a treadle serger. Okay, exactly. See, I have the same question. The same question.
Well, apparently they do exist because Ollie wanted one. No, there was a foot pedal that that Singers and Treadles came up with that made the fabric go back and forth to make the zigzag stitch. I watched a video, Ollie. It's the only reason why I know that.
Say, you are busting out with effects. I see another mistake too. I was having too much fun skating. And also, Terry, there was a YouTuber. She goes by Made to Sew. I'm not kidding you. The
Yeah.
day I bought that machine, I came home and she was like, I bought a new machine and I'm going to start a series. So because of Made to Sew, I know
Mm.
everything there is to know about my Husqvarna Emerald, because she went button by button, and it was just a weird coincidence. So because of her, she really taught me how to use that machine, and it was sad when it died. And I'm not kidding you. I might take it wherever Husqvarna is from. I will sit on a plane with that on my lap and go there to get it fixed.
Phoenix wants to get a hold of a Singer walking foot for her treadle machine. Apparently, she's having a heck of a time finding them, and apparently, you can get them on eBay for like $2,000 or something like that.
I am so sorry. I have man ears. Will you say that piece again?
It's Phoenix that she's looking for a Singer walking foot for her machine, for her treadle machine, and they're like so collectible that they're Connecticut parts basically right
I'll
now.
look. I'll look to see if I have one, because I guarantee you I do. I had no idea that people that they're worth money. And I'm not even asking. I'm asking that in the woods. Consider me I just wandered out of the woods.
No, you're right. She said it was $2,000 on Saturday when we were watching her, just for that one
Yeah,
piece.
and it's
I,
just a foot. It's just a sewing machine foot.
I think I might have. I think I
Yeah.
for the treadle, right?
Yeah.
I think I might have one outside right now on the side of my house. I
Oh,
have the full. I have the
you would
full
be
metal cast, literally outside rotting on the side of under my patio.
you would be her absolute hero. She would just be over the moon if you could find her one.
Can I mail that thing? It's so awkward. I'll
The whole
I'll
machine?
No, the underneath piece. I have the whole metal. A while ago, I purchased a 1911 sewing machine. It's a Singer. I purchased it for the decals because it was perfect. But the person I purchased it from purchased an antique store. It was his first year. He left the entire table and everything out in the rain. So the
Oh.
elements ate it.
No, she just needs the walking foot. Like it's something that would fit in your hand.
Oh, okay. I'll look. Yes, people go crazy for them. They're hard to find. I have machine parts just laying around. I have spent 6 years collecting sewing machine parts. I think I know, no joke. I think I truly probably have that. Okay, I was tying that. Let me catch up on the chat. I can't find Turtle Singer on Google. Wow, Old Singer and Walking Feet are insanely priced. This whole conversation is making me want to move this table, because in a rollaway in front of me, I have just rogue Singer parts from 1870 something up, just sitting in my toolbox in my Harbor Freight rollaway. Thanks, Dad. There's a Singer walking foot on astronomical. It's a penguin. I didn't know any of this. This is me discovering all of this.
Yeah,
And you know,
that's what it's called, is a penguin.
I think I have that. Walking foot is. You know what's funny? I purchased this machine after machine in Ventura, California for $20, 25, $15, and they would hand me a bag of parts. So like, you like sewing machines here? And they would hand me parts. That's insane. I am in the
Yeah.
wrong business. I am officially quitting and selling sewing machine parts.
Yep, that's right.
I
Yeah.
am officially quitting.
I'm
Oh,
sure
man.
like 10 years ago that you used to be able to get them 50 cents out of the junk drawer, but nowadays, I think, well, Bernadette Banner, for example, has really, I think, brought up the visibility of old machines, and people like that. And
I'm glad I went crazy before the craze. I would buy junk drawers. I still do at I actually have one right here, but I've had so much crud on it. I buy them at if I see anything that's sewing related, I buy them at the swap meet or just in any setting. I have walking feet, but aftermarket ones. This is me. Like I'm in the money just in my head right now. What decal did the 1911 have? I have Red Eye Sphinx Memphis. Okay, Ron. Somewhere in my storage unit, I have that one. This one is it's more gold. It's gold around the edges. I need to move my stuff and bring my sewing machines back, but it's completely gold. Will you live in a junk truck? Very true. Very true. Kilroy is throwing another no-hitter this evening. Ron Thompson, I have a red eye from 1911. Oh, wow. The only reason I know it's from 1911 is because of Alibaba. William, I bet Fred Sanford has one or two. Absolutely. Do you know, it's been a while. We're going to turn the Fred Sanford dial back. Shalom, do you know who Fred Sanford is?
All I can think of is Sanford and Sons.
It's a man who named himself that. He collects sewing machines. I was going to call myself Fred Sanford Sewing Machines. So when I looked it up on YouTube, I wanted to cry when I saw this man. But then I realized he has thousands of sewing machines.
Thousands.
Upon
Yes.
thousands.
Ron has just given us another reason to go to Oklahoma.
And also they have a sewing room. He has tons of sewing machines in Gillette. He's sewing them too. I love that. This is very true. I do live in a junk drawer. Fred Sanford, and you know, and I respect what he does, so I didn't even copy the name or anything. And my obsession was because I grew up watching the show, and I'm sure he did too, but that man was way ahead of anywhere I am. So I just, I was like, nope, I'm not even going to dispute. and that's how my other name was born. I have a Sphinx 126 and a 66 red eye. Somewhere in my storage, I have a Sphinx. Somewhere. And still to this day, I don't know why I put it in there. And here it is 5 or 6 years later. It is buried. I won't see that thing until I move. I will not see that thing. And I just accept it for what it is. How are you doing, Twinny McTwin?
Good. It's done. Besides the border.
Yay, the Civil War quilt, right?
Is that? Yeah, I was going to say, yay! Yes.
All 50 blocks are now in there with the sashing.
Gosh, you must
so excited.
be. It's been such a long time in the making, that one.
Terry, I would faint if I walked through.
Is.
You know what's really funny? You never know what triggers an anxiety attack. That room might trigger an anxiety attack. When I watch his videos, I have never seen so many tables in one place at one time. And I won't even admit how many are along the back wall of this room.
I'm going to say 15.
Just on this side.
Am I close?
Just on this side, right? Because that side's a lot longer than this side. Okay.
Are you serious?
1, 2, 3. Okay. There are 5 tables over here. And let's see.
Okay.
1, 2. Okay. There's my Nelco.
I was guessing.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 13,
17.
14. There's 15 tables. There. Oh no, 16. Oh, that's right. 7. Oh gosh, I have a problem. There's quite a few tables over here.
22.
No, I stopped at 17.
Oh, you were adding from 5?
On this side, there's more. But to be fair, when I purchased my 19-something white, it was in a fake table. Somebody literally had it as a display.
Mm.
They made the table around the machine with no intentions of using it. I still have this really weird velvet top. I'll show it. It had this really weird velvet top. It was cool. It's a really conceptual thing, but I'm not artsy fartsy when it comes to sewing machines. I want to use them, you know.
So I guess we're adding this to the
Oh yes,
to
and
the
you
tour.
know, and I'm not even saying this is joking. I love Oklahoma. Mine is a
I know
channel. I
you
do
do.
have a clone hand crank. I know. Ollie tells me. Oh, go ahead.
So
No,
go
I
ahead. I didn't mean
would.
to
I was
interrupt.
just gonna say this for the 1000th time. I still want one of those hand cranks from India, and Ollie has told me a gajillion times not to get one. I want one so bad. It's because I watch a lot of YouTube, and they'll show you how they make it for literally from how they like melt the iron to the finished product. So I want one so bad. Hey,
I
Zodi.
don't know if Shalom mentioned it, but when we were watching the Met Gala, this one guy had a hand crank in his hand as he was walking up the
Oh,
stairs.
good gravy. I have to look at that now. I'm gonna have to completely scrutinize what year, how heavy it was.
Zodi, you're funny. I think Trey would just do nothing but gripe the entire time he was in that place. Zodi and I have a friend in common who's from like around the Tulsa area, and he and Ron would really have a lot of wrestling stuff to talk about, that's for sure. But he's kind of one of those man's men, and I think that going to a sewing museum would be like taking him to a shopping mall. He'd be looking for the closest bench.
You could man it up.
Yes,
you know,
that
somebody
sounds-
had to make Bret Hart's clothes. Somebody had to make Macho Man's clothes, you know.
Oh, I get you. I don't think that there should be like, I mean, men are tailors. Have always been tailors. It's just this one person, this one friend of ours. I think he would probably throw a small tantrum, in his big, deep Oklahoma voice.
Well, you can take me to a sewing museum, and I promise I'll be like, the entire time. Just buy the damn Indian machine. Don't let that Canadian hoser crush your dreams. That's one vote. I saw that video in my so-called life. How they make the sewing machines from mold. I love watching videos like that because I watched way too much Mr. Rogers as a kid. I love those videos. If you come to Oklahoma, well, I'll give you a hand cranking machine too. I need to downsize. Twinny McTwin and I are going to show up in one of those BMW vans.
Hey, there we go.
Dude.
When we going? Next summer? Can't be that this summer's busy.
No, I get you, Ron. I'm 100% on your team, but I'm just like, Zodi, come on, help me out here. Like, tell me that this man would probably whine like a 3-year-old.
Oh, no, he wouldn't. No, he wouldn't. Because this is what's going to happen. Zodi and I are going to end up hanging out together because you and William are just going to go off and just go, all out this. And I'm just going to look at y'all like with a blank stare going, I have no idea. Absolutely no idea.
I'll keep my ska speech down to a half an hour. If you hear me say propaganda, just elbow me and be like, everybody already knows. Just elbow me and be like, no.
So, Zodi, I have your back. We'll find the closest ice cream shop and we'll just go there and hang out and we'll wait for them to be done.
Laid back and easy, and he is willing to do all of the things that I say we're doing.
They melt hot iron and work in bare feet. They make me shudder. Terry, one of the reasons I watch a bunch of these videos is because where I'm from, we are covered heavy, like literally head to toe. On the other side of my toolbox, I have every inception of gloves that I've ever owned. I have welding gloves that go to my elbows. I have gloves where I could walk into an oven with my gloves. Like, we are prepared in the West. It's crazy. I watch people working in iron factories in other countries, and I'm like, how did you not just burn your foot off? That's great. I'm wearing 50 layers.
Yeah.
I have cold suits. I have warm suits. I have fire suits. I have all kinds of crazy stuff. So I watch those videos all the time.
Zodi, do you like breakfast food? Because somebody I know really likes breakfast food.
Two
Upstairs.
somebodies.
And I'm somebody, and I'm that.
If you're gonna feed
That's
him,
right. I'm a somebody, and I like breakfast.
It's the Hobbit in me. I like 11sies, onesies.
Second breakfast.
hey. Oh my word. So can I say something real
No.
quick? So I was going through Grandma Brooks' stuff, right? We went to her house. They're downsizing. They have split up all the land and everything like that, right? So they said, Jess, you can go in there and find anything. I found all her
Oh,
old
awesome.
hand sewing stuff. And I said, I will take that. Thank you so much. And in the middle of all of that was an old, guess what it was? To put snacks
Oh
on.
no!
No way.
And I said,
You said
yes.
yoink. Button. You said thank you.
I said, thank you. I'll take this. I'm like, do you guys even know what this is? And they're like, no. And I'm like, thank you.
Oh,
I
that's
do.
so funny.
And there's even snaps to go with it. And I was like,
I love breakfast food, Terry. I could eat it 3 squares. If you gave me the choice. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say any food is breakfast food if you believe in yourself enough, you know.
You sound like when that's me with pizza, giving myself a speech when I'm eating pizza in the morning. Well, anything's breakfast if you call it breakfast.
You know what? Cold pizza for breakfast is the breakfast of champions.
Oh, it
I
is
don't care what anyone says.
It's glorious. No, I think it's I do it often. Oh, it's actually I do that often. That's why I like depending on what kind of mood I'm in. When I order pizza, I'm like, I'll get an extra large.
Exactly.
I consider that meal prepping.
It is 100%.
absolutely. I
These
get
pants are huge. I have clean socks on.
Pants.
Although
I won't go for boxer cut like look today.
Oh, you can't see my nalgas in these because these pants are huge.
Your what?
Yeah,
Your
no, I was
nalgas?
gonna say color.
Oh, I like how you said that in the
Yeah,
Canadian way. Nalgas are butt cheeks. So if you say nalgas in Spanish,
thought you meant like
means,
nuggets.
No, nalgas are it's your derriere.
Okay.
I'm kind of disappointed.
My kids,
These
my
pants
kids
are not
say
for me.
yacht. Your butt is your yacht. Yes.
Oh, yes. Absolutely. Yes,
I'm not allowed to say that word,
too.
so I hope they didn't overhear me, or I'm gonna have a kid coming through my door giving me trouble.
Yeah.
You're
safe.
I'm not allowed to say Gen Z words.
No, my kid, there was a patch I bought. I can't even say the word on YouTube. I attributed it to hockey. My son begged me not to put it on a vest because it says a certain word on it. I thought because I don't eat breakfast, I'll have oatmeal as a snack. I love oatmeal.
So they've taken one of your hockey words and twisted it into something else?
And they still say in hockey because, it's hockey. But if you say it to a certain age, they start giggling because it means something else. Or they think that they ruined. It was ruined. That particular saying is ruined.
They ruin a lot of shit.
All right, make yourself big.
Okay, hold on. I gotta switch my camera. Oh, that one is. Oh, there. I'm shaming myself. There's my shoe collection by my dryer. There's the top. There's the roof.
Oh, there's the rafters, the legendary rafters.
And yes, my arm is really that long. That's better.
Yeah.
At least 38 inches. from nose to tips.
I've got reach. This video online on YouTube, there are two ladies that worked and said that all. Oh, wow. Yay, Lori. Hello. Great to see you. It is chaotic as usual here.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm not a beer for breakfast person, but I'm not going to say it's never happened.
What do you think they got not gonna hide from? Oh, look at my pants. Let me move my chair. And yes, this is chair that came from every home in America and around the world. Oh, look at how glorious. I don't even have shoes on. Look how humongous those are. And I wear a size 13 shoe. I don't recommend cold pizza and beer for breakfast. Man, I haven't had a beer for breakfast in like 15 years. Oh, now I have like 3 country songs stuck in my head.
Oh, time for a mashup.
Who's gonna stop saying yeah, right? Oh man. Oh, whoops. So there's a Swiss museum that has an 1882 and 1885 zigzag treadle as well. Oh wow, I think they still have a video up and it's working.
Amazing.
Yay! Great to see you, Lori. Great to see you. Listen, I've had hair of a dog for breakfast. There's all kinds of crazy names for stuff.
I don't think I've ever had beer to the point that I needed hair of the dog in the morning. But then again, I'm not usually someone who gets hangovers. I'm a little too Irish, I think.
I just have in the garden of Eden, honey. Don't you know that I'll always... I love making Jankos. I'm so glad the kids brought back the big jeans.
I want to know where you added your panels. Can you show us? Oh, there it is on the side.
You can literally see because I haven't shaved it yet.
Okay.
I haven't come through with my shaver. But when I stand back here, you can't.
I used to do ruffly bell bottoms like that way back in the day.
I went through a hardcore bell bottom phase, and I made I had a ton of old jeans, so I just made them all bell bottoms. God, those were great days. Have you got to that video yet? The bell bottom video.
Of which one? Nope.
Oh,
I have not seen it.
But the tutorial is coming. Now put your shoes on, will you? You know what? I'm going to grab a pair of Nikes. Oh. Since we all now know.
Next thing you're going to know, he's going to have a hacky sack. He's going to be out there.
Okay.
I guarantee you hacky sack.
I've had a giant foot my whole life. It's cheating. I love hacky sacking. I love it. Oh my gosh, especially with some shoes like this, I will destroy it hacky sacking. I'm West Coast. Old school TNC surf. I loved hacky sacking. So we must be related. I don't get hangovers. My college roommate would be so mad at me.
I never had a hangover either in all my days. Never. I just said it was because of my dad's obsession.
I've earned plenty of them, and I've had alcohol poisoning because I just went too far. But
same.
Same.
I did when I was a teenager. I drank too much tequila, and I'm not kidding you. I didn't drink tequila for almost 15, 16 years.
I got into a bit of a competition with some guys from the English Army in Greece, and I couldn't, it was a national pride thing,
Oh, yeah.
These 3 guys from the English Army.
Yeah, you had
and of
to
course
show
I
them.
won. I won. I totally freaking won.
Round of applause.
See?
Oh. Yeah. Yeah, it
Because
doesn't do
these
it
are
justice.
huge. I'm telling you, because I have a giant foot. Like, see, I'm pulling my shoe up now, but like this covers. I love these things are great for skating. I love skating in
I think we
Jenkos.
need to go back to the pants.
I was so bad at hacky sack, they asked me not to participate.
Okay, so we all participate in the hacky sack circles in front of the school. Thank you. I did.
Yeah.
I love. I had size 12 shoe in the 6th grade. So I was great at hacky sack in my whole life.
Yeah, I just watched. I never participated. Oh, yes, Shalom won.
Just a little hazy. A little hazy.
So, what should I make? Let me see if I can pull it up. I bought a bunch of denim with this really crazy idea of making a giant denim hoodie, but then I made that rose hoodie last night. And I like to rotate. Oh Lord, the tequila, that one was 1 or 2 times I got drunk in my life. Let me tell you, there's this weird thing about alcohol that if you do not have respect for it, it will teach you respect. And tequila taught me to say, yes, tequila, no tequila. I don't touch the stuff. That stuff is that, oh my gosh. And you know what? I laugh because my father was a very subtle human, but me and my friend, we stole his bottle of Safeway brand gold tequila with a charcoal filter. And we both got alcohol poisoning from it. The next day I'm in my room. My dad literally has a power saw outside my window. And he's like, nope, I'm going to build a gazebo outside this kid's window today.
Yes.
Oh,
he knew what he was doing. I love that.
Went through my it was
That's perfect parenting strategy right there.
Because he wanted to just destroy us for taking his bottle, but he was like, these kids are hurting. And so he was
totally good.
Hey, but I didn't drink tequila until my 30th birthday. So I didn't drink it for almost 15 years. I learned a lesson. I was scared of it. I'm telling you, tequila taught me a lesson.
You got spanked.
Tequila is man, for me, it will forever be the loss of control. So I never got like that hammered again after. Well, at least off of tequila.
For a lot of people, tequila just makes their clothes fall off. I know there's people like that around here somewhere. Somebody.
Yeah. I used to drink whiskey, and the joke is whiskey makes you think you can dance, you can fight, you can sing. Whiskey lies to you.
We call that up here. We say, the F word, or fight. It's cowboy night. So if you're not going home with a girl, you're outside and you're doing the hockey fight thing where you hold on to the other guy's shirt.
Oh wow.
We call it something else, but it's in that realm. Oh, that's funny. Tequila, yikes. The first time I came home drunk, my mom fed me the cows and the cow and the alcohol. Oh no.
Yeah, no. We're going to have pork chops for breakfast, honey. Look at this. Oh no, I put out my cigarette in it. Here, look at it real close.
I have hardcore memories of that. So needless to say, every time I see tequila, I'm like, no, I remember you. I remember you.
Yep.
You are not my best friend.
Even whiskey will let you down smoother than tequila. Still can't stand gold tequila or Southern Comfort because of a night of madness. See, Zodi, I'm telling you. I also grew up in a house with a fully stocked bar. And like it just back in that day, you just didn't touch it. There was no locks on it. There was no like we just knew that there were consequences. And the funny thing is
bad decisions.
we didn't know the ultimate consequence was having to deal with the after effects of alcohol because we were rookies.
Yeah, I went through a serious Southern Comfort phase. I called it Janice juice, because I was super obsessed with Janis
Ooh.
Joplin, and that was
Ah.
her drink of choice. So I was in on
Yeah.
that one for a while, and that makes you sloppy. That's ugly.
I don't do any of that. You know what's really funny? Do you know, now that we're talking about drinking, because of YouTube and me constantly talking about it, last week I went and bought a 12-pack of Brisk iced tea. I drank that 12er within 2 days.
No.
Needless to say, I went and got more today. I forgot how much I loved Brisk iced tea. Brings me back.
No, thank
I
you.
do like some Arizona
It's so
iced tea, though.
fake.
Arizona I do like, but the
I still
Brisk
drink
is not.
those.
Brisk.
Oh, question. How's that 20-pound bag of sugar doing?
Oh, I should go peek. Isaiah, I constantly see my son refilling it, and I'm like, oh no, like I'm so bad. Like,
You mean the 6-pound bag of sugar?
Oh no, 20.
No.
He
Yeah,
buys
but it used to
20-pound
be
bag.
20.
that last one lasted me like a month and a week or something.
Somebody at that store thinks you make moonshine for a living, I swear.
You know what
Or he's
they
diabetes.
trip out on me. People like they do. They wonder what I do for a living because groceries are expensive. And my son's like, I got 3 porterhouses and mushrooms. Like, they do look at me like, I wonder. They ask me all the time, what do you do for a living? What do you do?
Just tell them I have a teenage son, and they'll understand.
I got drunk when it was my 18th birthday and a friend was giving me, I thought it was orange juice. Yikes. And then once with tequila, tequila makes me shiver. Oh, William, why? I like iced tea, but you know what? It's the nostalgia, Terry. It's the nostalgia. It reminds me of, I used to drink those, were they 32 ounce, the big wide mouths? Oh, I was obsessed with those things when I was a kid.
Did they have those liter bottles too?
Oh yeah.
When you were growing up?
Oh yeah.
That sugar.
I'm gonna look. No, because this morning I saw my son refilling it, and I'm like, oh no. Nobody should buy 30 pounds of sugar for their home. Who doesn't own a bakery? I own a bakery then. I own a bakery.
of coffee.
Beans count. I'm a baker of beans.
Coffee flavored drink. Baker beans. Put that down for your next patch. I'm a baker of beans.
Oh, Shalom, I wish. I'm scared of my neighbors telling. My neighbors look like they'd tell. If I had a copper kettle in my backyard, they look like they'd tell.
I'd enjoy doing it for the science. I don't drink anymore because of my meds and stuff and my health and all that, but it'd be a fun science thing to try.
I mean, like I've told you guys before, we made alcohol in 7th grade. I remember it burning the back of my throat. So there was alcohol in it.
Crazy. Even for, you know what, though? I had crazy teachers. There's teachers I look back that would like hang out with me and my friends, and they were grown adults hanging out with teenagers. Like, I think about that now, and like, if some grown adult was trying to hang out with my kid, I won't get into it too much, but there was one time and I'm not shaming anybody. I absolutely love my son's coach. He's a good guy. But back when I didn't know him, he called and he's like, poor guy. He's like, hey, can I have Isaiah come help clean the gym? I'll pick him up an hour early. I was like, oh, bless your heart. We don't do that. We don't do that. He has a father. We don't do that. I am not trusting. I quit
I
because
had
I
a
oh, so go ahead.
oh, we had an art teacher that taught us how to roll a joint with one hand.
I'm telling you. And then by today's standards, you'd go to jail if you did that. Well, at my son's school, they probably give you a medal, but no, they're just lax. It's weird. It's weird. Like in my day,
Mhm.
if you got caught smoking a cigarette, they made you go to a smoking class. Like the cops would bust you. They'd take your cigarettes. They would shame you. They'd give you a ticket, and you had to go to a smoking class. You know.
Mhm.
I quit because I opened up a bottle and which like the future me is like, man, I wish I'd quit back then. The worst I've ever felt after drinking was staying up until 5 a.m. going to class during the athletics when your coach realized half of us had been all night. Oh, that's the worst.
Fair.
That's the
Oh,
worst.
yes.
Having to
Oh,
work
Zoe,
out
I'm so
sick.
sorry. That 120 yards must have been painful.
My brother and sister-in-law took me to celebrate my 21st birthday. We went to a strip club. I was so embarrassed and shocked. At my brother when my brother got married, gosh, I was like 17, so there was still a 19 in front of the year. But long story short, we went to Santa Anita Downs, went to this really fancy we went to the racetrack, we went to this really fancy sushi place, and these grown men took me to a strip club. And that's when I went from talking like this to talking like this all the time. I'm kidding. Same thing happened to me,
That's
yo,
funny.
Patty G. I was 17. Rolls a joint. Oh, you could smoke in the atrium at the school. In my elementary school, in the middle of the school, I remember in the teacher's lounge, if they opened that door, you could smell cigarette smoke when I was in elementary school. But that was
Wow.
literally right before they outlawed. I grew up in a world where everyone smoked. So I remember when, at least in California, because it was like either 89 or 90 or 90 something. Because first they started with planes and then they started with everything else.
Yep. hmm
Shalom, please tell me in Canada you can't smoke anywhere. Please tell me it's like California. Like you can still smoke cigarettes, but like you have to like walk away from people. Never,
I bet it
never
is like
realized
that
how
up
long a
there.
football field was until then. And it's been a while. Because
Mhm.
back when I came back to California, I didn't realize that the laws have changed. So I would walk out and light up my old man pipe back when I smoked Captain Black, and people would be like, "Hey, you can't smoke in front of doors or business anymore." I didn't know. I hadn't been in California in almost a decade.
Yeah, you have to be so many feet away now. It's crazy, but it is what
I
it
remember
is.
when the
Yeah.
secretaries would smoke in the school office.
Oh,
I'm telling you, it was a different time.
Yep. And the doctor smoked in the hospital.
Oh, and you'd walk by,
yeah,
and there'd be like a Teamsters meeting. Everybody
Everything
would
was.
be in there like just smoking cigarettes. Hey, Laura, hello.
Hi, Laura.
Great to see you.
yeah.
I'm gonna clean up a little bit and decide what I'm gonna sew. The Met Gala got me excited. I really like, it made me laugh how I have created some of those styles. I love the looks. I love the giant capes. I love looking like a magician. I like that.
Well,
Yeah, I like the vintage style of some of
and now
them.
you
It was
have
great.
that pattern, where you can,
Oh,
the tails, the bell bottoms.
You mean Senor
and you can always
Senor
extend the
This
tails.
Geraldo?
one? Yes.
My name is
Geraldo.
Geraldo, and I'm an amazing pattern. That guy just looks like he knows how to samba.
Yes, yes, he does.
He better. Oh, I could actually teach you how to do it. It's like 3 steps. It's like this, huh, and then to the side, to the other side, and that's it. That's all it is.
Okay.
As I
Bye.
samba out of the room. Here it's 15 feet from the door. At the first, they painted the sidewalk to make the 15-foot line. It's something like that too.
10 meters for us. Any door or window.
Mm.
Yeah. Terry,
Wow.
you do have to catch the rerun. Vogue. Yeah, it was
Beautiful.
this was my best, like my favorite Met Gala ever. It was just great. And there were so many men that were featured, which would really made me happy because it's usually
Yeah.
the dudes show up in a tux and they're like just their accessories. But this time they
Yeah.
were really stepping it out.
Yeah, that's what you were saying, and I was like, "Oh, wow, I just never knew." But this was my first one ever, and I was intrigued. Like, I just kept watching.
This one had a good
So, and then I recognized a couple
well,
people.
this one had a good
So,
theme, and it wasn't centered around too much
yeah.
controversy. No one wore Marilyn
True.
Monroe's
True.
dress.
No.
That was like what, like 2 years
Yeah.
ago?
And
Yeah.
all of the Kardashian Jenners, but they looked
Yeah, they were all
boring.
there.
Like they just
Oh, yeah. So plain. I thought that they would be just more, just more to it with them.
Yep, not very interesting. Lots of very, very interesting garments. A lot of really historical, like a lot of throwbacks to like even like Bridgerton kind of era, which was fun. You know,
Yes.
a lot of dandy style zoot suit kind of things. What's that one girl's name? Tiana something?
Taylor?
Yes.
Mhm.
Her outfit was just on point. And you know, a lot of dudes, like so many football players, so many of these sports ball guys, I have no idea who they were, but they looked amazing.
I am so
Yeah,
sorry,
they did.
Terry. I am so sorry. Stuck
It's
in my head since I
raining
looked at
men.
the
Hallelujah. Absolutely, Denise. I would have sang that song watching that.
seriously. I'm so sorry, Terry. That song is one of those like they used to play that at this roller rink I would go to. But they play more disco songs, more happy, roller rink, bounce rock skate kind of songs, anything with a
You
beat.
gotta have a happy, bouncy song for roller skating.
I am so sorry, Terry.
Mhm.
That's when I was younger, I got in trouble at roller rinks. That's how I got mono.
You're lucky that's all you got.
I don't even have a good comeback for that one. I am lucky. She could recover. She just doesn't want to fight. Oh, that is terrible.
Yeah. It's a tough position for you to be in,
Yeah.
Terry. I'm really sorry that you're going through that. And I know that it's obviously tough for her too, because people coming to that conclusion just don't have anything
Yeah.
left in them. You know, it's a tough one for sure.
Oh man, I forgot about this. I miss the 99-cent store because of stuff like this. But you don't like my my mosquito hat?
You from
Well, you
He
don't have
looks like beekeeper William here, going in for some honey.
Does it go underneath your beard?
I forgot I had this. I had mono too. I totally forgot I had this. I did a video in my backyard with this. If you haven't got to that video yet,
No.
I grow a lot of food in my backyard, and one year the mosquitoes were crazy. So I bought a few of these, and my son and I would wear these in the backyard. And you would see the bugs stuck to the screen. There were so I still don't
No.
know why that one
No.
year there were so many mosquitoes. I don't know. It was just one crazy year, and because of crazy stuff like this, I missed the 99 because of badass crazy stuff, and this worked. Thanks for making me laugh, the mosquito.
Did you have like a
I
wetter
love
year?
my mosquito. What's that?
It must have been wet. It must have been wetter. Like seriously, because mosquitoes lay their eggs in the water.
The mandatory Saturday night song.
Oh.
I don't know. You know, I agree with you. We've had such unseasonably weird seasons. I can't see what it is anymore. One year we had flies everywhere, and then they were gone, never to come back. You know, like it's just we have strange weather here.
Plagues.
I wish I could wear something like that. I could say it's so difficult to watch. I've been in a similar position in the past. I wish I could.
Yeah.
I wish there was something I could say. Oh, I feel the same way. It is.
Mhm.
It is the worst. As someone who's, I was raised by senior citizens, so I've been through this a lot. And in the field I work in now, oh man, there's a ton of straps on this. This is a
Terry,
serious hat.
yeah. Terry, I hope you can find some peace with this. It's really hard to come to that point.
Absolutely.
And also some forgiveness for the choices your friend is making, because that's a hard place to get to with a situation like that. But your friend is so lucky to have you. Like, you've been there so much, and you obviously care so much. And we're super happy to have you and lucky to have you as a friend, and your friend is super lucky to have you as a friend too.
Sending you virtual
Absolutely.
hugs, Terry. Lots of
It's not easy. It's not easy at all. I've gone through that with a lot of loved ones, and it's like, my grandmother passed away in my house. My whole family was fighting over everything, the possessions and everything. One day I was like, there's a human here, you know? It's terrible. I'm pushing William with mosquitoes stuck to that mask. That was a crazy year. I still to this day don't know like what was going on. But they're always I live in a really weird corridor, and they're always building, unearthing things. They're rebuilding the freeway to connect one really rich neighborhood to another. And everyone's like, "Why are you building this?" Oh, thank you so much. I hate mosquitoes. I got meningitis from mosquito bites back in 2000. Oh, that makes me just see. That's why I'm wearing long sleeve. Oh, that makes me itch. Oh, that makes me itch just thinking about that. I'm having a hard time accepting what she's doing. It's not easy.
Yeah. No.
Oh,
You're so welcome, Terry. We love you. We really do.
absolutely, Terry. So I agree with you. You said it. Absolutely.
Shalom always has such a great way of just putting
She's only
it. I wanna-
77. Where I'm from, that's young. I hang out with someone that age.
Mm.
And I can't say exactly their age, but I work with someone around that age. Do you not have any 99-cent stores left? No. And there was one in Vegas, but somebody I know looked it up, and it was just a husk. It wasn't the actual store.
Yep,
I miss the 99, and it's so funny. You don't realize how much, like, I use that store for everything, just stupid things like rubber bands. They had a ton of sewing stuff, and it's all gone. And I'm ordering that stuff on Amazon now, which is just wrong. I don't know. I think it's wrong. Even I started ordering like lotion and razors and stuff on Amazon because I'm tired of going to the store and it being behind glass.
You can even like do a subscription where it just automatically gets
I
shipped to you
might
too.
join one of those things, but with the whole razor revolution, I really there's so many razors. Like, who do I join? I just need consistent razors to be shipped to me every month, no questions asked.
I have
Understandable.
that Philips one blade.
Mhm.
Oh my goodness. It's a beauty. They're not cheap, but the blades last
Mhm.
forever, and you can get knockoff blades on Amazon, and they're just fine. And it's USB rechargeable, and it'll do your edging for you on your beard there.
I recently got a skull shaver. I didn't know if it was going to be good or not. I let my son use it. It's amazing, and I'm so mad because it's his now. And now I need to go get another one. But I'm not like I'm tactile. I've been actually shaving my head with a razor since like 99. And so when I shave with an electric
Mhm.
razor, it doesn't feel like I get a good shave. But I don't know if that's just more of a me thing. I don't know.
Well, you're not using, like shaving cream and all of that stuff with
It's
it.
one
It's
of those
just
strange things.
yeah, it's just different. It's a
But
different
they both
process.
look great, but I just don't feel that it gives the same shave as a razor does. I could be just
Yeah.
prejudiced towards the skull shaver.
Mhm.
I'm glad I'm glad we have a general store here. I can literally get gas, a homemade burger, PVC fittings. I love stuff like that. Oh,
Mm.
I don't mean to bring Terry, by no means in any way. We absolutely love having you here. And we discuss real things. It's okay. I actually went through the same situation, and it's not easy when you're dealing with family like that. That's why, like, I'm
Mhm.
gonna will everything to either my son or someone I don't like. So you can have everything.
That's
It's gonna take you 3 years to go through it.
oh, that's
I want to say
funny.
something too before I forget. To Denise, I am, as a mom, really, really grateful to other moms who will go as far as you're going for your daughter right now. And I know that must be incredibly painful for you to have to watch happen. And
Absolutely.
I'm sorry. And big hugs to you, Mama.
Absolutely. Yes, Terry, it's a triple
Absolutely.
rotary shaver. One of the reasons I didn't believe it is because I loathe YouTube ads and I have yet to do anything about it. So it's my fault. But I constantly get YouTube ads for skull shavers and for razors, which is obvious because I'm like, I shave my head and everything. So I always thought it was a scam because a lot of stuff on YouTube, like that puppy, like that robot puppy, I want to,
Oh, yeah.
the
It's
thing
still
I want. See, now I want, what kind of dog is that? Now I want one of those little dogs from watching that stinking ad.
no, no,
Red plate.
no. A teacup.
So when they come out with a realistic robot dog, I'm still mad because I'm still talking about it. Because I typed it in and I'm like, I know somebody bought one of these. And some guy on YouTube was like, this is the worst thing I've ever purchased in my entire life. Red plates help people with dementia have an appetite. Many restaurants have red walls to increase the amount of. It's really funny. I have burgundy walls in every other room, and my grandmother was here when she had when when she had her diagnosis. My dad used to say, "One day this will all be yours." Mom said everything. Dad didn't. I would say I'm giving it all to the eldest. Oh, I said that to my son. You know what though? My son, he tells me all the time, I'm gonna sell all your stuff. don't. He's basically telling me don't croak anytime soon. He asked me all the time, how much is that sewing machine worth? Especially when he was younger, he was like, take inventory. He
He'll be able to buy that gym he
knows how many
wants.
sewing machines are in here. The exact number, I guarantee you.
Mm.
But we've had CIA level training, so he won't tell you.
Or he would tell you, but then he'd have to kill you.
Yeah. He'd put you in a headlock.
Well, he's been here for especially like, when he was little, when he was this hot, when he was like this tall, he was perfect for spotting sewing machines. So he would spot those cases on the floor at all the thrift stores. Oh, I miss the little guy. We found piano parts in the attic when we cleaned out their house. Why? Nicely wrapped, but why?
I mean, yeah.
Okay.
Because
why not?
Just in case anybody ever asks, hey, you got any guts for a piano? Why, yes, I do. Come right this way.
I'm not.
I need the string.
I'm not kidding you. It's covered in patches and with the Stormtrooper. But this keyboard right here, when my father passed away, I found this keyboard. Everybody was like, Pops played the keyboard? I've never knew the man to ever hit a key on that thing. And we hung out all the time. I was shocked when I found it because he never talked about it.
My dad was a classically trained pianist. He was amazing.
My pop, he played the banjo. My pops had an ear for Gut Bucket. Like, he was obsessed with blues. He was the kind of guy that would pick up an instrument and you'd be like, how come you played that? To learn to play the banjo, I went and got lessons. So I had a professional teach me how to play the banjo. He picked it up one day and just started picking and grinning and was playing, I could hear it.
Amazing.
So I totally get that. I still want to know what he was thinking. It's probably on sale. It was probably on sale. But, I played chopsticks and the Beverly Hills Cop all day long. All day long.
I have never had even a quarter of a bone of musical talent in my body. Not at all. And which is what makes me so amazed at my 13-year-old that she can just play whatever. She picked up the guitar and ran with it. She was in the music room at school and she just decided to play the piano. So she did, and she could play it.
Oh, I wish.
I don't. Yeah. Yep. She just has a perfect ear. She has such an ear that if she can get the range in, she can do the math for all the stuff in between.
They had to chop the piano up, but not bring it to the new house for some reason. They say, hey, maybe they were, I don't know pianos like that, but maybe they were like the main pieces. I can play Heart and Soul on the piano. Shalom, have you ever seen the movie Big with Tom Hanks?
Yes, and they played Heart and Soul, and they had that floor piano that he jumped around on.
Since I was a child, I've always wanted one of those. But I've never been in a place big enough.
Oh yeah, you got to go to New York City to that the Schwartz place, that toy store.
Oh, is that a real thing?
Yeah, they actually still sell them.
Oh wow.
Yeah, and then the only reason why I know that is because on Project Runway, that they went on an unusual materials challenge, and a bunch of people made clothes out of those fold-up pianos.
Oh, that's so interesting. That's a show I haven't got into. My mother-in-law had boxes of old keys from pianos. Her father tuned them. The older ones had ivory and ebony keys. Wow. growing up having a piano, brother played the guitar, brother played drums, sis and dad played piano, mom sang. Oh, I love that. I wish my family was organized. We just argued. I wish my father encouraged me to play instruments. My husband used to play viola for the Scottsdale Symphony. Wow. I think I've told you I played the violin as a child. I played it for a while, and I could get down home on a violin. Give me a fiddle, I'll shock you. I can't play "Devil Went Down to Georgia," but I could.
Then we can't be.
But I could pick and grin
Cut
with the
off.
best of them. Oh, now that song is.
No, I played violin for like 5 years, and then my sister played the viola, so we played off of each other. But and my best friend played the cello, so we were just waiting on one more person to make our quartet.
Well, you could have been a trio, you know.
It didn't work.
Could have been a
We
trio.
could have been a trio, but it just about that. I didn't have the passion. I was like, okay, I'm done. And then we moved, and they didn't have an orchestra at the next school that we went to.
I wonder what they did with all those instruments. I wonder if I go to the school, I'm like, I wonder, can I buy a saxophone? I'm gonna go inquire on that, because even the junior high had instruments. My junior high had a full orchestra.
Yep. Usually they keep them for a certain amount of time and then they sell them off.
Yeah, they can do that, or you can rent some through another company. That's when Emma played the clarinet. We did that, and we were renting to buy.
Laura, you'd be surprised. I have all kinds of fun stuff in here that you'd be surprised. I unfortunately, and this is such a bad sign of the times, but we have a lot of libraries that are going under. I go insane buying books for 50 cents and $1. I'm like, okay, I'm going to learn about xenobiology today. I'm going to learn, I go insane. And it's really sad, but I'm constantly looking for when libraries are going out. And they are. The only thing I played was hooky. I have to go check on my son. He is like full opera singing, screaming in there.
Yay.
Yeah, it's crazy. Emily she'll pick up her guitar and her sister will just say, play such and such. And then she'll just play it. Play such and such. And she just plays it. It's crazy. It makes
wonderful.
I'm happy for her, and it makes no sense at all.
Yes. Oh. Good times.
Crisis averted. He's just talking to Charlie, and those two are some hens. It's weird because I know who they're talking about, and I'm like, wow. Oh, to be 15 again. And I had to go get a lemon muffin and a Coke.
Yeah, I mean, no thanks to being 15 again. Once was enough.
I never want to go back.
You know what the funny thing is? Junior high and high school were actually probably some of the worst years of my life. And I would not go back if you paid me. So I get it. And those were extremely awkward days. High school was, and I didn't have anything it was just terrible. I think most people would say that though.
Yeah, I want to even go back to college. Like, I'm just done with all of that. All of it.
I had fun for the 11 months I was in college. My guitar sits on a chair in my bedroom. I haven't played in forever. I play all the I have a banjo. And then when my father passed away, I inherited a Fender banjo, I think 23 acoustic guitars, I donated actually a bunch. I inherited all kinds of musical instruments, so I started playing more. Especially with the Fender banjo, like I feel obligated to play that thing. I don't even sing in the shower.
You know what's worth big money these days, though, William? Amps. Amps are worth like thousands now. Yeah.
What? Underneath here, back here, I have the amp that makes the Hawaii sound. That makes that really whiny, that wah wah sound.
Is it a tube amp? I think that sounds like a tube amp.
It's a Fender. I think that's what it is, but it plays that.
And it's a Fender.
And it plays the surfer music.
Yeah, that's worth the big bucks.
Really?
Just look up the serial number and then the name of the make on the back and all the like the model or whatever, and go plug that into eBay and figure that out.
That is so funny. I have quite a few amps in here. Quite a few. When I had to initiate the new neighbors, so I played my electric for about 2 hours when they first moved in. Just let them know they moved next door to a loud person.
Trying to start your garage band.
See,
right?
Lori's son is buying and selling them like crazy. He knows where it's at.
Crazy.
Yeah.
I love those years of my life, my adult life, when it was. I totally understand. Yes, over 23. And that's only acoustics, Terry. That's only acoustics. That doesn't count electrics, banjos, auto harps. I have all kinds, and I kept all the cool stuff in this room. I donated a lot of the guitars, because we have a lot of music schools around here. So I walked in one day, I was like, "Here, do you need 15 guitars?" They looked at me like, "Are you serious?" I was like, "Yeah, here." And I gave it to them all, and they were all like Guitar Center Epiatones. They were all like $100 each. And they were just like, "Are you kidding?" And I gave it to all of them. There's a banjo museum in Oklahoma City. I'm there. There we go.
Ron is setting our agenda.
Oh.
Ron, I'm there. I love playing the banjo.
That's our halfway point, right? On Highway 40.
South. Because Minnesota.
Yeah.
We
got to go to Minnesota. We go north.
That's crazy.
But am I flying out and then we're driving there? Or are we just sitting there?
I love having a co-pilot because I look crazy when I'm driving down the street talking to myself. So I love having a co-pilot in the car. Are you kidding me? That trip to Vegas went by so fast. We were eating falafels. It felt like in 10 minutes. I was pointing at.
Well, it wasn't 10 minutes to me because you've done that trip a million times.
I have done that trip a million times. Absolutely.
Yeah. Here I'm just being awed by the landscape and everything and how beautiful the place is out there. And I'm not talking. He's like, "Are you okay?"
The desert it's weird. The desert is a weird place.
I'm still waiting to see the yellow. When all the
after a rain, that must be beautiful.
No, there's tumbleweed or whatever that grows in the one area, and he said it turns yellow when all the tumbleweed dies.
They literally get pulverized,
and does its thing.
And it paints the hills. And you turn this one corner, everything is yellow, to the point where it's bright.
And you can see the soil's all yellow, and I'm like, "Oh, it's because of tumbleweeds. That's why it looks a certain way." So I'm waiting.
I like my hand wavy explanation before you came with your professor. Probably true. Well, it is true.
I have to be the meaningful. It's a bad thing about me, but it's okay.
I want to know if Kilroy what he thinks about the bagpipe museum then.
I literally have bagpipes right here.
Oh, Ollie, here comes the bagpipes.
Literally. And where's the loose
And
one?
that is incidentally that is the Royal Stuart tartan. That yes.
Oh,
We Rochambeau'd for it, and Sir Stuart lost.
he did. Yes.
All right, I'll finish my muffin, then I'm going to start sewing.
Just
I
be
have my
careful you don't
Coke
choke.
because ever since I come back from Vegas, I drink Mexican Cokes now all the time.
Why? I wonder why.
I'll be your guy. I love Oklahoma. Bob just finished making a leather strap for his banjo. I think I need to do that. There's a guitar, my banjo, and another guitar that needs new straps. Because I let my son play with guitar straps when he was younger, and he's ruined a few. But I'm like a whatever kind of parent, and I learned to not say that over the years. I have my grandpa's mandolin. He passed away in 1964. That's how old it is. That is amazing, Terry. All those gorgeous guitars your son makes, amazing. I had no idea those old amps were worth money. I have quite a few amps in here.
A lot of times they're worth more than the guitars that they played them on them. These days, they're, I don't know what it is. People are crazy about them.
I like that old timey guitar sound, and I call it Hawaiian style, but people call it California surfer. It's just that 1950s sound.
Yeah, I'm sure that there's a lot of punk bands out there who would be totally into that.
I used to like bagpipes before my hearing changed. Now they give me headaches. I grew up with a man who was obsessed with the Royal Dragoon Guards. So every time I hear the word bagpipes, I can hear their entire set.
I have to admit, feeling very nostalgic about bagpipes.
I love bagpipes, but again, it's something I was exposed to at a very young age, so I'm not opposed to it. I love bagpipes. And I knew... Oh, go ahead.
Yeah, I like this. No, I said I just like listening to them and just listening to this certain songs. It's like Celtic songs.
I wish I had a double neck acoustic guitar he built, but only had a picture of it. Oh, that's amazing. He just sent another to a Canadian rock group.
Nice.
You've made it when you're sending stuff to rock groups. That's amazing. I don't know.
What are you making?
Should be cutting out a pattern, for a tail suit and Geraldo.
I actually, for that, I have different material. I was thinking about a short coat, but I'm so used to my dramatic long coats, so we'll see.
Did you want to try that pattern out again that you had an oopsie on last week?
That jacket with that was.
I don't know if I want to get back on that bike. I didn't crash. I was thrown. I don't know if that bike is safe.
Well, you could always make one without the sleeves.
Or just, you can always try to put the sleeves on the right side.
Yes, that too. Just, L, R, label.
What doing something the proper way?
That's like asking for directions.
No, I refuse to get lost. I will pull over and ask for directions. I refuse. And that's only because I was around that person who was like, I spent 20-something years in the Navy. I'll never get lost. And they would always get lost. So I am not above asking for directions.
I took a wrong turn and almost ended up in Compton. So I understand you. you live in the wrong place to get lost.
When I lived in an area called like the Rampart area of Los Angeles, and I got lost one time, and I was on Melrose Avenue, and let me tell you, it's not the Melrose you think that you would think of like the show. And I made a wrong turn on a dead end street, and these kids were started throwing bricks at my 1983 VW Rabbit. I'm just glad that car was metal.
Yeah.
But they dinked my car up bad. And I did the loop, and they were waiting for me to come back on the loop. And they were just hawking stuff at my car. So LA is crazy. LA is crazy. And for anyone wondering, the street is called Heliotrope. Don't leave that horse, but don't let that horse buck you off. I know. You know why? It's because I'm a home run hitter, Ron. And when I strike out, sometimes I break that bat over my knee. Put sleeves on the right side. I know. Oh.
I don't even think that was a strikeout. You just hit a foul ball, and you gotta, keep going.
That was atrocious. It was atrocious. That was oh man. But I'm gonna get back on. I'm gonna buy a bunch of muslin and start doing mock-ups.
Okay.
Because I really like
yeah.
I need to start doing mock-ups, and I think that is something that'll be my first thing when I get a bunch of muslin.
Yep, doing mock-ups, and if you don't know how to do draping, I can help you with that. I've got some tailoring techniques.
When I make a mistake, I keep going, and so I make the situation worse because I refuse to stop. And so that's why I got that hunch, that weird hunchback on that. I like it. It's very 90s sweaterish, but it's just it's busy. It looks like first year at sewing school.
And I really like that fabric too.
You gotta start transferring your tissue patterns to paper.
Yeah, that'd probably be best at the moment. Just in case he loses something.
Try the letter low patterns? I bought it, but haven't done it yet. I actually used to know somebody who did all the letter low patterns. And if you're watching, I hope you're on the French Riviera and you're really rich. But no, I haven't. That's the only reason I even know how to say letter low. But no, I haven't seen a letter low pattern in like a year and a half.
Well, it's a whole system like of making slopers and pieces that fit your body, and then using those pieces to make everything, because it's easier to figure out, like especially for women's garments, because there's so many darts and things like that. It helps you learn how to rotate your darts and put them in different places if you want to keep the pattern the same in different places. It's a good system.
I just Googled it. I'm like, okay. Oh, it's so cold in here.
Am I not pushing down hard enough? What happened there? Yikes. I don't want to say it, but I feel like certain things are just not made in the same quality like they used to be. But I don't want to be that guy, but I feel like this kind of is. Is there anything that you've purchased that you're like, this is just not the quality like it used to be? Like
no. Nope, because I research. I'm anal about those kinds of things.
I'm trying to think. No, not lately. That I can think of. Like I won't buy fabric off of Amazon or anything like that.
I'm
So
glad you said that. I
Yeah.
keep on chucking that gingham out of my cart because of the price.
but no, it's just all different. No, I mean once you go Tula, you can't go back, you know.
Patent pending. We need to make that t-shirt.
So I need a t-shirt
I
with
think
your
we-
head on it because I'm on and then
Yes.
t-shirt with Tula.
Once you
Got
go
it.
Tula, you never go back.
You go back.
I think Will would have to know me pattern. He'd be a millionaire if he was not. I do need. I should start making my own pattern. I need to start with the giant hood because I'm gonna be mad when they have the giant hood expose at the Met Gala.
There you go. Yeah.
I'm gonna be the crazy guy, like I invented this. They're gonna be like security. This man is ranting in there.
No, they're gonna have you as a special guest.
I really like today's styles.
I'm just waiting for the crop tops to die. I'm done with crop tops.
I don't think they'll ever die.
They're huge here too. Oh, I was not expecting you to say that at all. That is hilarious.
Yeah, nope.
We haven't even reached. It's so strange the fact that I'm not griping about the heat right now. Because usually I'm in my full whining about the weather, but it's been either cloudy or 70 degrees every day.
Do you not press your patterns, William?
It depends on what I'm doing. With tweed, no. This is some chunky tweed. This tweed is so chunky. I have to get an accent when I talk about it.
Chunky.
And this stuff is thick. Like it is barbecue sauce thick. So I just let it lie where it is. And again, this is something I've done a million times. So I'm making it look easier than what it is.
What pattern are you using right now?
I am using Mimi G R11 407 for life.
Oh, what a surprise!
I use the base because we're the same size. Me and the base are the exact same. When they made this pattern, they made it for my size. A lot of patterns I have to negotiate. I have to really finagle because I'm odd bodied because I have really long arms. I am literally longer this way than I am this way. But with this one, some odd body made this pattern and was like, I'm making this for William.
Now I'm making the Queen of Hearts Terry, Queen of Diamonds, EPP quilt from Tula. Other than that, she's not really Shalom, she's not my cup of tea. So eventually, Shalom, I just gotta finish cutting it out and I can just send it to you.
Okay, but who's she?
Tula.
Oh,
Terry, I was talking to Terry. But no, Tula and I have fun making my Connecticut blocks.
Terry, I will. No. Terry, I definitely will. Especially because I'm going to have to make forms for these because I am destroying this pattern. Like it is like see-through. I'm not a huge fan of Tula either. Wow.
You're Shalom already. Go sketch it out.
When I tagged Tula in a short, like 1,000 people watched it in 15 minutes.
Yeah, because everyone loves Tula. Because right now there's a book that she came out with, and it's 100 blocks, And so there's so many creators doing that right now, and it's all Tula,
Crazy.
Tula, Tula. And then there's a quilt that came out from the Fat Quarter Shop. It's called like fruit salad or something like that, and it's all Tula fabric, and it's a block of the month thing. And she's coming out with a new line this spring or this summer. So
I think
she's busy. She's a busy lady.
new lines for 2025. There's one that just came out at
probably
the
is.
end of April, and then there's another one coming out in September.
And isn't one of them just more of like a basics line?
I think she's adding to the line, like to her basics as well. But
Yeah.
no, there's a bunch of prints. But yeah, I love Cave Facet too, and his knitting patterns are also absolutely amazing. Like, think of his patterns, his fabric patterns, but knit, like wild.
Wow. Remember, you want to teach me how to knit?
You how to knit. I can do that.
Yeah. I want to be that old lady reading a book.
Knitting is a really great post-apocalyptic life skill that I think everybody should have.
Yeah.
You know?
I want to make a pair of socks.
Socks are quite a process. They
I see my mom.
The thing is, for me, unfortunately, I can't wear the chunkier yarn socks. I have to wear the really fine yarn because I can feel all of the divots in the socks on the bottom of my feet. So I have to use the really fine, it's called fingering weight yarn, to make socks. And there are 20,000 stitches in a pair of socks. Yeah.
Nice.
That sounds busy.
So that won't be happening anytime soon.
You know, but you know, like I think there's fewer stitches in a chunky knit sweater, you know, or a scarf, or there's a lot of things that you can do that don't have the same time commitment, you know.
Yeah, I'm just gonna make dishcloths.
Oh yeah, the dishcloths are great too. Yep.
Yeah, I have a couple of them for my mom. She used to make them in her quilt store. She used to put them in there, and then whatever money she made off them, she donated to like an animal shelter or something like that. I'm not quite some organization like that.
Yeah.
She was busy.
Oh yeah, Terry, knitted socks are a dream. And I had a lot of people that used to ask me to make them, and I had to tell a lot of people, yeah, no, I just don't love you enough. Because you gotta love somebody a lot to knit 20,000 stitches.
Absolutely.
I mean, are you gonna pay me?
Yeah.
That is hard work.
Yeah, I mean, that's one of the things about knitting is, like, I mean, the reason why you either knit with really chunky yarn or you don't sell anything, because you if you paid yourself $1 an hour, you'd be charging $200 for a pair of socks.
Mm-hmm.
You know, people ask me all the time about, like, when I sell clothes. When I give them a price, I try to explain to them, like this isn't stuff you're buying from the store. This is something that was made. Many hours were put into this. It's catered to your size.
Yeah, people are starting to understand that now. But knitting is just one of those things that takes such a long time that, you know.
Mm-hmm.
You'd stick around a lot longer than you think, Kilroy. 20,000 stitches. And Jess is checked out on socks. Absolutely.
Yeah, we're on the dishcloths train. But it could be a challenge later on in life.
Yeah,
Got to keep that brain busy.
I knit a cable knit sweater for my dad out of it, and even just the pattern alone was $100 because it was like, wow. Okay, get the Irish. Okay, yeah. Get the Irish on this. You'll probably appreciate this. So you know how, of course, the Scots have their tartans and stuff like that. Well, the Irish have family knit patterns for their sweaters. Okay, but the reason
Yeah.
is the best part, because the Irish have the best sense of humor in the world. It's because when the fishermen go out in the boats, if they get kicked off the boat, like if they fall off the boat, when the body washes up, they'll know who to claim the body.
The family
Yep.
to identify.
That's the
Yes.
Irish. That's the Irish for you.
Um,
Yeah, Terry, it was $100. It was a registered pattern. Like it's I got it from the Irish sweater registry place. Yeah, it's a lot.
Oh, hi, Rita. Welcome. I'm so sorry that you still don't have your voice,
no.
but I'm glad that you got a good nap in.
Hey, Rita.
You needed that. Your body needed
It's the pattern of the cables. It's the way that the different kinds of cables and the braided cable and the like the knot work patterns and all of those things go together. It's if you wear a sweater like that, they know that you're a Kennedy or an O'Connell or a whatever, just the same way that the Scots know who you are by your kilt.
Kilts. That's a word we haven't said in a couple days.
Yeah. Yep. Kilts. There were some nice kilts today in the Met Gala. Kilts over trousers.
Yeah. Oh,
yeah.
I've paid almost $30 for a pattern in this room. One day I bought a bunch of fabric at Walmart, and I know exactly how much because I'd always purchase 4 yards. So I knew, I ballparked it. One of my, not Mimi G, but her husband, his overalls, I bought it when it first came out. It was like 27, 28, 29 bucks.
Yeah. Patterns made by small producers and are usually pretty pricey. But the thing is, Mimi G's patterns are made by Simplicity, so it shouldn't be quite so crazy. But oh well.
That was the first one. Now that was because I never looked at the price because they were always like at the most they were $6. Especially Simplicity. But I looked and I was like, whatever, just keep going.
That's really cool, Chris.
But I mean, you're getting your money's worth out of it. The number of times you've used that pattern, William.
Oh, the R11407 is different. I bought that when it first came out, and I have juiced that one as well. But I will never put that in that category because I've gone beyond the $30. Way beyond. And I went I retired the Mimi G R11407 pattern years ago, and so I went on to different patterns, but I always come back. But I think over the years I've just cut it to my size, so it's perfect. And it was like the first thing I made where I felt comfortable enough to show it. Like it was the first pattern I followed. Like actually follow, because everything else I'd take an arm and I would take a sleeve, I would take an arm and then a shirt and be like, why don't these fit? If you want to get depressed and paranoid, read Irish folk tales.
Yeah, no, it's true. It's true. The Irish gallows humor because of their history. I can go way deep into it. But because of their history and the amount of oppression and sadness and starvation and all of those things that they've gone through, gallows humor is such a thing. And it, I guess for a lot of people, it helps you deal with the sadness, to be kind of morbid.
Yeah, so I could see that. I could totally see that. I listen to a lot of music in different languages, and people will put really happy music on terrible situations.
Yep.
Really happy music, and you're like, does everybody else know what they're talking?
Are you listening to the lyrics here?
I listen to a lot of music in Spanish, and I'm like, oh, hold on. Let's go back. Because you did not say what I think I just thought you said, and they did. It's crazy.
Well, the cucaracha, right? Like everybody knows the cucaracha, the cucaracha. That's a cockroach.
Yeah. Yeah.
I crochet and knit, but I like to crochet much more. I've been doing it since I was a kid. I can
That's
crochet
amazing.
almost anything, but I only knit. See, I have all the stuff in this room ready. I need to pick one. I've never learned to knit, but I do enjoy crocheting. There's a difference.
Yes.
So one's a hook and one's needles. So we have a bunch of crocheters in this. So who's gonna teach
Exactly.
me how to crochet?
It ain't me. Ain't
I'm
me.
ready. I'm ready. And where are your links on YouTube?
I watch.
Create some
I
videos for me to
walk
watch.
past those
Mhm.
because I am subscribed to a couple crocheters, and I'm tempted to get one of those machines. Because this lady's always like, make a
No.
hat with me, and she has a machine, and I'm like, well, it looks easy.
No, you're gonna be the one that hooks it up to the power drill again, like they all do, and go and just let it go at 100 miles an hour.
Yes,
I have a feeling
yes.
you're gonna be
I
that
am
guy.
that guy.
Yes.
More power,
Yes.
tool time. I am that guy.
But yeah, just let me know what size hook you guys I need and what kind of like
You need to set
my
the
yarn,
yarn
whatever I
on
need.
when you buy the
on it.
yarn. You look on the yarn label,
Yeah.
and it will tell you the size
Yeah.
of needle you need.
Oh.
Irish folk stories are amazing. My dad's mom was Irish. She told me stories when I was a kid. Cockroach. Now that song is in my head. Pumped Up Kicks is a different example of happy music.
Yeah. My cousin, it was so funny. My cousin is a politician. He is a government minister. And his kids are a tiny bit older than my kids. And I was at his house, and the kids were in the backyard dancing to Pumped Up Kicks like crazy. And I'm just like, Robbie, have you listened to the lyrics of this song? He's like, no, why? And I'm just like, just listen. And he's like, oh my God.
I do that to my son. Like, he'll be singing a song, and I'm like, do you know what ha 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 is? And he'll be like, no. Terry, the second I read this, there's this one song called Spot the Difference, and now it's in my head the second there's a difference. My daughter asked me for a crochet video about 7 years ago. I haven't done it. I'm like that. Example, something knitted is a lot softer than something crocheted.
Yeah, it has more drape. Has more drape.
A crochet christening gowns for each of my sisters with a bedspread thread. Wow.
Oh, wow. Art and Carlos. I love those guys. They're amazing. Yep. Art and
I will
Carlos.
watch them.
They're just the most beautiful little gay Norwegian men.
I'm always looking for new channels. I am unsatiable when it comes to YouTube. I don't know. I like learning about other people's cultures. I like the explorer aspect of YouTube, of where I can sit in my house and look at somebody, and watch somebody around the world.
Yeah. And even when they're live, we can communicate with them, and they're like, oh, and just have that, that little piece there too.
There's somebody that I'm subscribed to. I have to check out her name. I thought she lived in America, but she lives in Australia, because she was streaming yesterday at like 2 or 3 in the morning, and I'm like, oh, the sun's out. And then she started talking about where she lives. I'm like, oh, you live a lot further than I thought you did. But I live in the land of accents, Everyone has an accent here. The size of hook depends on you, Jess, because not everything does the stitch is the same size. If you tend to make stitches bigger, use smaller hook or knitting needle.
Yes, that's true. Or work on your gauge.
I will.
Yeah.
I enjoy lives too. I love doing lives. I used to do a lot of videos, but this is more fun than I still am going to make videos, but I like this forum. It's so strange that knitting and crocheting is a craft that somehow has been almost lost in time.
It has had, I mean, at least knitting anyway, I know has had a huge resurgence. And it's been a while since it started to come back. And just all these young women, like I was teaching classes, and I even had young men come in to learn, and that was great. You know, I was only not able to teach one person. It was the saddest thing. I couldn't even get her to make a knot. I couldn't get her to make a slip knot. And I had 8 people to teach, and I couldn't just stay there and only teach her, and she was really upset. I spent more time with her than anyone else in the class, but I had to share myself around the table, you know?
Yeah. Only
Yeah.
fair. Absolutely.
My sister and I crocheted parts of dolls. We had 2 different size hooks. You know, I know this is weird, but my grandmother, is it crocheting or knitting? She made a bunch of dresses for Barbie dolls, and I kept them all. I kept
She
all of
probably
them, and
crocheted.
my mom was like, "You know, those are original Barbies, right?" So I think whatever year they came out, I have a bunch of my because my grandma had this huge house, and she had different themes in all the rooms, and she had a pink bathroom where it had that fuzzy pink thing on the top of the toilet and everything, and she had a bunch of Barbies in there, and the walls were pink, and no one ever used the shower. It was literally just a pink bathroom.
Mm,
Lives are more fun.
no. Yeah. My grandma had a pink bedroom. She loved pink.
That just
Yeah.
reminds me of that era. Go ahead, Sean.
Mm.
No, I was just agreeing because my granny had a pink bathroom too. And
You
all
think
the
that was
pink guest soaps that you weren't allowed to use.
Oh, absolutely.
Oh, yeah. Oh, I used one day, and I got. She's like, "These are for decoration." I'm like, "Then why would it be unwrapped and next to the
Mine
sink?"
said these are for guests. I said, I don't live here. I should not have said that. I should not have said that.
Yeah. We're not a guest. We aren't
My
guests in grandma's
grandmother,
house.
she would put out hotel soaps because you weren't allowed to use her fancy soap. So we knew that in the drawer there, like we literally would reach in and there were soaps, and there were a bunch of hotel soaps because my grandmother pilfered from hotels around the world. I will show you my towel collection one day. I have stuff that says Zurich, Cairo, that like I have towels from around the world that my grandmother pilfered.
I accidentally got in her
Oh, man.
suitcase. It was an accident. You know it
I
was.
absolutely loved that woman. She's been gone for a while, so the statute of limitations is gone.
Yeah.
And she pilfered this stuff 40, 50 years
Mhm.
ago.
Yeah, they're not coming back for
A
it.
ton of stuff from the UK.
I like embroidering.
Yeah.
I like the idea of it.
I enjoy it. And
Mhm.
smocking. And
You
all sorts of
know,
fabulous fabric manipulation.
I'm obsessed with appliques. I have to tell myself, like, no more patches. I have all kinds of weird appliques that I haven't even shown. I have those weird skulls I've never used. I love appliques.
Mhm.
I had to pay
Kilroy,
thousands.
I don't take hotel soap because I don't like soap in a bar unless I know what's in it. Those things are too harsh for my skin.
Mm.
I am a ginger, and I bring my own damn face stuff, Yeah.
Yeah.
My mom loves seeing me painted the house. Oh, I love that. And you know what, Terry? My parents had these. They
Mm.
had this weird. They did. They had those weird displays in with that shell soap. Oh, I remember the
Yep.
shell
I
soap.
remember
Oh man,
Yes, and the toilet paper Barbies. My granny had those
mine too. Mine too. The
Yes.
Kleenex. My grandma had Kleenex and toilet paper Barbies.
Oh my gosh.
If you don't take hotel soap, you're a liar.
I
That's
don't
yeah. Yeah, I take it for my kids.
I literally think
Emma
I
thinks
have a
it's
bar somewhere around here. I have no comment, as I have towels in my bathroom that are decoration only, not pretty.
Yep, shells and the starfish. Yep.
Especially Barbie dolls that dress covered toilet paper rolls. My grandmother did that. That's why I want to know: are those original Barbies worth money?
The 1957 Barbies or 1959, I think. Yeah, they are.
I
Of
have
course
a
they are.
ton in the middle bedroom. They're just kind of sitting there with their bell haircuts.
Oh, if their haircuts have been done by child
No,
artists, then they probably
no, that's how they came. That's how they
Oh,
came,
okay.
looking like 1950s housewives.
Yeah,
Well,
it's
Steph
another
is too
thing.
harsh.
Another thing to look up on eBay.
Because the only thing I've ever got appraised is the artwork in my house. I was shocked on how much artwork is worth. I was shocked. But I learned in the art world, it's one thing to have something with value, but you have to find someone who's willing to buy it. Like
Yep.
I have one
Yeah.
day I will pull it out. My grandma had this huge painting of somewhere in France. And I've actually been there and I still don't know where it is, but it was 3 different paintings, and the middle painting was 6 feet long. And the other 2, I think, were like
Wow.
2 or 3 feet. And it's
Wow.
literally some street in
Oh,
France
wow.
in the 1800s. And I got
That's
that
called
appraised. Oh, sorry, go ahead.
It's called a triptych.
The guy freaked out. He's like, oh, when he saw that, he's like, oh my gosh. And he started talking because I got a real appraiser to come to my house, and he walked in. He was kind of snooty. When I showed him my paintings, all of a sudden he was calling me Mr. in my last name.
Oh,
That's amazing.
Oh,
Yeah,
I
no.
get it. Go ahead.
Well, I mean, those triptychs are usually more expensive when they're complete because quite often they lose the ones on the sides. You know, people don't keep them all together. So if you have all 3, you know, you're doing well.
Oh, Terry, and that grandfather clock I always show is real because I had a fake one and I didn't realize how fake it was until I brought my grandparents one into my house. And so I took the fake one and put it in storage out of shame. I tried to replicate my grandparents' house, but I didn't have their money. Do you have a Picasso? No, but oh, what's the name? What's his name? I have to go look on the wall. And I have armed guards in a mode. Oh, what is his name? Oh, Inigo Montoya. Is that not? That's Princess Bride. Oh, what's his name? I have to look now. Gustavo Montoya. I have 2 Gustavo Montoyas in my house.
Oh.
And that's when the guy started calling me Mr. in my last name. And I have these hand woven tapestry painting things that are from like, I want to say the late 1800s in Mexico. Those are on my wall too. I did an art stream. I wish Ollie was still here because he probably could tell you a while ago. I went through my house and showed all the art on my walls.
Yeah. I mean, I've seen you've talked about it with me a little bit.
And I have a painting. I don't know if it's the Nina Pinta or the Santa Maria.
Yeah, I remember you said that was the one that we talked
because
about.
I have
Yeah.
vaulted ceilings. My grandparents did as well. I didn't realize how big the painting was until I got it on the ground. Then I'm like, holy cow, this is my height and size. But because they were always so high up, I never realized how big they were. Even with the 6-foot painting, I didn't realize how it took up the room because it's 6 feet plus 2 other paintings, you know?
Absolutely.
All I have is a mantle clock. It's a gilt bronze mantle clock from France. probably from. Well, it's more than 100 years old now, so it's officially antique. I think it's from right around 1910, right around when my grandfather was born. It's pretty. It's got Mercury on it, like the god Mercury.
That's awesome. I am sitting in a room of antiques, actually. I actually have to be really kind to this thing because it's old. But this is from Russia.
I love those.
Oh, my
They're so much
grandparents, like,
fun.
my grandparents were real world travelers. And they brought back as many tchotchkes as they possibly could. But this is like real antique. Which is sitting on a 100-something-year-old white sewing machine. I'm not sure that I would want to do any type of show that gives exact info on something. Hey, come on by. Come on by. I'm going to hand you a basket and tell you to put the lotion in. Come on by.
Well, I just looked up my clock, and
Yeah.
an identical one was just sold at auction for $15,000.
I'm telling you.
Oh, wow.
Well, then, maybe I should insure it.
It's a long story, but my brother was in Iran right before the revolution. It's my stepbrother, but he bought my father a pipe just on the streets, literally as people were all coming back to America. That pipe can buy me a brand new car. I was shocked when I found it. We inherited a cuckoo clock from my husband's grandfather. It comes from Germany. Wow. I love stuff like that. I have quite a few actually, and I have a bunch of Renaissance stuff too, and a bunch of French stuff, but I don't know the significance behind it. But they look really snooty, and it's probably a movie that you'd watch, Twin. No, they're like porcelain, but they're wearing. It's all in French, so I don't know what's going on.
Oh, I would watch a French movie. I really would. As long as there's
figurines, yeah.
But my mom was always like, "Do not let your child touch these." Like
they're probably Limoges.
They're literally on the other side. I have a whole hutch that's hidden back there. That's where my fancy stuff and my touch and throws are.
So the same day I come to the closet, I have to go back there and see my French stuff.
Are you kidding me? If I brought the Antiques Roadshow guy in here, he would be like, "We're going to bubble wrap your house. You are now an antique, sir." Like, I have so much stuff because it's not just my lifetime. It's my grandfather, my grandmother, and my father. So I have 3 people's lifetime of stuff in here.
So your little figurines, do they look like little Marie Antoinette dolls? And like
they have tricolor hats, and yes.
Okay, so those are Limoges. Limoges, and those are worth something.
And I found a bunch of woo dog stuff from Japan and China. But those, I looked that up because the appraiser was like, "Who are you?" I love that question. I love it when people are like, "Are you an alien?" Say yes. Yes, I am. Yes, I am.
Yes. All day long.
But I had a bunch of stuff.
Here
you know what it was is my family, they were too busy fighting over the money that was being spent paying for my grandma's nursing. And they had my grandma was rich in the 1970s and the 1980s, but inflation happened. And I hate to tell you, no matter how rich you are, if you're rich, if you could be super rich in 1970, you will not be that rich in 2010. 2020. Well, she passed away in 2017, 2018. But I'm just saying, You know, money depreciates in a weird way unless you invest,
Yeah.
you know. So if you just
True.
let it sit there, then, you know, you're going to eventually spend it one day. And she did. So I inherited everything. I got everything because no one wanted it. And it's really sad. But to me, it's weird. I keep a lot of this stuff because it reminds me of the people. But I'm almost to the point where I'm going to have my bougie yard sale. I'm going to put a $15,000 price tag on stuff. Or like,
No,
do you have
not in
priceless
the yard
artwork in
sale.
your front yard? We get robbed by some art dealer. Hey, look over there.
You've heard of porch pirates, but look out for art pirates.
I know they would start talking about sewing machines, and then their accomplice would take the artwork. Anything sewing.
Oh, we haven't mentioned the guy with the best accessory on the Met Gala red carpet today. There was a dude who was all dressed up.
Mm-hmm.
He had this like super crazy looking gold shirt and all these accessories. And then he was carrying around something that looked like a briefcase. But upon closer inspection, it was an old Singer sewing machine. And that was his accessory. And we were super happy about it.
I really need to know what year it was because I could tell you exactly how heavy it was. Does this young man work out? Because those things.
I don't know. He looked about 7 feet tall, though, so you never know.
Oh yeah, he was tall.
Oh, then he's probably carrying it around like it was nothing. This is true. It also depends on when it was made and where it was made with almost everything.
Oh, it was the Italian. I just pulled him up. Hold on. Rosalia. Let's see. He's the one that made the mannequin dress.
Interesting.
Here, I'll snap a picture and send it to you. But it's weird. I didn't like the mannequin dress. It wasn't my cup of tea.
I'm really weird. You know, like,
but it's okay.
I'm weird. Is it snooty when you sew? Is it snooty for me to judge people who don't sew when they judge like Met Gala? I'll judge something on the fit, not necessarily how it was sewn. Is that weird? Like people admittedly do not sew and they'll talk trash about how something was made. Is that wrong or am I just gatekeeping?
No, I don't think it's 100% wrong at all.
I don't think that's gatekeeping. I think it's the opposite of gatekeeping. No. It's like they're gatekeeping and you're like, fuck you, you've never done it.
Yeah, I think that it didn't happen until like 3 or 4 Met Galas ago. It dawned on me people were trashing the designers, and these guys they stayed up for 3 days making this. It's not you know, maybe I don't know. It just was weird to me. If you sew, you know the hard work it goes into making something. But if you don't, like, I don't know. I know how bridges are made. I don't walk around judging bridges. Maybe I should.
No. I agree with you.
And that's what
I mean, it's fine to say you don't like something. You know?
Exactly.
It just became a weird new pet peeve I never knew I had because I'd never crossed that. But I love chisme channels where people are just like getting in it. Adult immaturity is just amazing to me. But when they started trashing people who this is their livelihood, this is what they do, and I don't know. It's just strange to me. It takes a lot of talent. I want people to buy my clothes.
Yeah.
I want people to wear my stuff on a carpet. So it's just weird.
So it was a Balmain
Oh, a
sewing machine.
Balmain. Okay.
And it says Paris
They
1940.
started in 1945, Balmain.
Okay.
So it probably said 45.
So it looks like a 5 on the end because I was gonna say 3,
No,
but it's
they're
probably a 5. It says Paris
yeah. It's
1945.
funny that Balmain isn't one of those fashion houses that people in North America have heard of very much,
Okay.
but it's super.
Mm,
It's an old money place in France. Yeah.
Okay. And he had like gold threaded
Yeah.
threaded into it.
I was kind of
Interesting.
disgusted with the amount of money spent for one night. Talented, yes. Okay, that I could agree on. But imagine if somebody that had more money than brains was like, "Hey, I'll pay you $2 million for this dress you're gonna make me."
Yeah. Yeah, one guy was up there and he was wearing this shirt that was like it was made out of like literally a mannequin. It was like taken off. You could see all, how like an old mannequin, like a dress form has that stamp on the front that says where the dress form was made and all that. He was wearing that, and it was sleeveless, and it was so interesting. I found it very, very interesting. But then he's
Yeah.
talking about
Mhm.
he talked about his watch, and he was saying that he had an AP watch, and I'm like, holy crap! Because those things are $1 million to $2 million.
Good gravy.
I'm like, wow.
Someone who does not sew should not be able to judge anything that is sewn. They might judge what they dislike, but it's not judging how it's made is wrong. I agree. I don't know why it burns me. And sometimes I tell them, I check myself. I'm like, are you being bougie? I ask myself, like, are you just judging the judgers? Chisme will always exist. May as well make money off of it. Oh man. So it is another Monday in the books. We have gone around Jupiter twice. Shalom. Thank you so much for hanging out. Twinny McTwin. Does anybody have anything they'd like to share? Did somebody finish a quilt maybe?
Well, I gotta put borders on it. It's big. It's a lot bigger than I
They had
thought
to
it was
cover
going to be.
themselves during the Civil War.
It's going to be a nice addition to my bed someday. So whenever I will finish it because I want to put it in a quilt show. So
most folks don't pay attention to the philanthropic part of these folks' lives. So for me, whatever they want to wear is none of our business. Chances are big donations going to needy people. I would love to be one of these designers with a no name who sells a dress for $3 million. That's life changing.
Oddly enough, a lot of the people who wear clothes that are made by those really expensive designers are actually just borrowing the dress.
Absolutely.
And the designer is going to sell it later.
Most of it is rented. That is true. Thank you so much for hanging out, everybody. Thank you so much. You're using boulet in the wrong context. I think that would be called being a hater. No, I am bougie. I am extremely bougie in certain ways. But you're like, you're not judged who doesn't show, so you shouldn't judge those who judge. See, that's just infinite regression, going around in circles. I'm making a quilted clock, putting it in a wooden frame. You know that is amazing. I wish they would interview the people who sew the clothes for the people on the red carpet. I actually watched a video about that. It's very interesting to see. Like I can't remember the house, but it was a huge sewing house, and each room had a different job. Like one person cut it out, one person sewed it, the other person walked around with it. It was interesting.
Yeah, I love those videos.
So we'll be back out on Wednesday. I want to thank everybody for hanging out tonight. It was another amazing night. I will be up all night in the Garden of Eden, holy. When the bewitching hour hits, I'll be sewing something this evening. I want to thank anyone who watches in the future, everyone who came by, everyone who watched, who's like not saying anything. I absolutely thank you, and you are all welcome here. We'll be back at it on Wednesday. And like I always say, in the Garden of Eden, honey, reinforce your seams, be yourself, and I will definitely see you next time. Have a great night. Thank you so much.